And we are back live on Pub Sports Radio for another live bet stream. I say play-by-play. We kind of keep it play-by-play, but we're here for another live bet stream. We got UNC Clemson today, big conference matchup. I'm here with my dude C-Mac, like always on Saturday. What's good, C-Mac?
What is up, my man? This is a massive day of sports, but college basketball. I mean, I don't know what, 145 games. Man, I was up capping these games last night, nodding off.
I tell
so
you what,
late
man,
going through every one of these games, or a lot of them.
College football is one thing, but college basketball, you're right, man. It's just like I nod off and then I wake up and I'm like, hold on, I got to check the lines again. I got to see if they've moved. I got to look at this. I got to look at that. And then it takes me a while to fall back asleep. I might as well just not sleep on Saturdays until after this stream. And then I can go to sleep and check out my action after. I think that might
I've done that plenty of times. I've done that.
Well, shout out to everybody here in the chat, man. We already got a good crew rolling with us. Our guy Perky Sanderson in the chat.
Hell
Justin,
yeah.
good to see you, Justin. Ian, man, everybody rolling in already. See Justin and Ian. Justin dropped his stacks play of the day. It is, where is that? Iowa State +3. There you go, my guy. I don't have a bet on that game, but we can definitely check on that as soon as we get there. But if you guys can, hit the share button. I know it's early. Our dude Nadu just got done breaking down the card. But let everybody know we're here. Hit it out, send it out, share the video. Nightmare, good to see you, 917. Let's get this money. Resisting it all. But let's get into this, man. Clemson, North Carolina. C-Mac, did you have any pregame action coming into this one?
No, I didn't. I just think North Carolina can be in this game. I think this is the perfect setup for Clemson to bounce back here at home. I was on Miami the other day. They had big second half, and they got it done. That game flew over. I had a smaller bet on the over. I just wish I had it bigger. It was easily over. I think there's a bunch of points today too. You know, we just have another large total here. What is it? 160?
I don't have the.
I haven't looked at it in a second, but I thought this was a pick 'em, and that's what I'm going to look here for, Cab. If North Carolina gets out ahead here early, I'm going to try to jump on Clemson. Maybe that's waits till half, or maybe not. Maybe it's, they're up really big quick. Then I'll look to Clemson. But when it was hit 3.5, I was just, last night I'm like, I don't want to lay 3.5. So this could just be a close game in the end, and no way.
So I don't think this will surprise you, but I took UNC first half, but I waited. I waited until I saw a 2 out there. And it wasn't there for very long. I got +2 points in the first half, -115. I agree. I think this is a good spot for Clemson to bounce back, but I have my reservations with this Clemson team. So I'll go over this a little bit with them. Clemson, 16th right now, according to the AP poll, 23rd KenPom, depending on what you look at. They played some tough teams, C-Mac, but they don't have very many big wins other than beating Alabama, right? Alabama was a big road win for them, but I don't think Alabama is as good as a basketball team as they've been in the past. And I know that's not a big statement to make, but I'm not trying to take away. It's a good win. I'm just saying I haven't seen anything from Clemson that's been, super impressive win wise. They have that one loss to Memphis. It came down to the wire, 79-77. And then, like you touched on, they came up short against the Hurricanes. The Miami just had an outstanding second half in that game. Clemson's offense is good, 17th in adjusted offense efficiency, 52nd in defensive adjusted efficiency. But again, we've got to take into account who they've been playing. I just think there's value here with UNC, and I don't think there's much value with Clemson. UNC, you look at what they've done, 31-8 their last 39 games. They've won 2 straight, a couple big wins. I just think North Carolina is a better team, and I know this is going to be a tough road environment for them. But I think they're the better team, and you're giving me plus points in the first half. I had to take it. And I think if Clemson wins this game, everything's all happy and fine for them, obviously. But if Clemson loses this game, even though this is the number 8 North Carolina team, I think this should be a wake-up call for them, because if they lose this game, again, outside of Alabama, every tough challenge that they've come up against, they haven't been able to pull it out. So I got North Carolina first half +2.
Right on. Shout out to the chat. Everyone hit the like button, hit the share button like Cab said, but we only ask you hit the like button. And I know people have already hit it in the chat. Just tell us what you're betting on. There's a shitload of games. And once we get into this game a little bit, maybe get a few people on, Mike comes on if he's coming, we can start breaking down the card in the later afternoon and some of these other games. But there was a prop here. Let me hit it up. This game's going to start soon. I'll try to go through this for everyone with these live bet streams that we do. It's tough on the Clemson side. They share the ball. They have 3 or 4 scorers. They're usually always in double figures. So I was going through that, but I think this is the move. Armando Bacot, it's even. I got plus 105. You probably get the 8.5. It is, juice. That depends on you, but he's consistently got this. I think he easily has the double-double. His points were 14.5, but over 9.5 rebounds. I think he gets over 10 here. So I took it plus 105, Bacot boards.
He's under 10 on the rebounds?
Yep.
Man, I might fucking bet that with you too. Holy shit. I think he gets 10 boards too.
I think the number's right though. I mean, at 9.5, but
yeah,
I think he can get it.
I think he gets about 6 or 7.5 usually. I don't have that number in front of me.
Yeah, I was going through the numbers here of all his games, and he's had some monstrous ones, against some shitty teams, but 20 rebound game, So I don't know. We're here. We're live. It's not crazy. It's a prop, but I'm on it.
I'm gonna see if I can pull this up. While I'm pulling this up, though, let's get our guy in here. Like you said, we're gonna get him up here a little earlier than usual because we got 145 college basketball games to bet on today. There's other action we might look at across the board, but we are hyper focused on this college basketball. One of my good friends in the industry, great capper, Mr. Pimp Slap Play of the Day. What up, Mikey?
What up, boys?
Mikey.
Man, you West Coasters get up fucking early. D-Mac, what's going on?
Bro, I'm telling you.
Hey, man. It's they you know what? It's not easy, man. So I say I'm up always late, till whatever, and then like Cab says, I've stayed up just sometimes before, and then get through everything. I got to take a nap after all this shit.
Cab saying he was dozing off a little bit on the card. It's a monster today. It's the first showpiece Saturday for college basketball. The season has arrived, fellas.
It feels like there was one other card, Mike, where I was like, finally a big Saturday. But you're right, this is it. Because college football is done, other than the national championship. This is it. This is our big first Saturday, and I've got 7 bets. I posted 5 of them for you guys on my X. I still say Twitter on my X. So
Whoa! How many bets?
I got 7, Mike.
What the? Are you shit? What happened to Davy Cab? Come on.
Deep.
I've tried telling you all along that low volume was a baseball thing. That's just for the MLB.
How much Pepto-Bismol have you drank already with 7 bets, my guy?
Bro, I'm telling you, I have been so fucking anxious last night and today. It's like, I'm like, everybody knows I smoke, right? This shit ain't doing nothing. It don't matter how strong it is. I could put some 100% fucking distillate in this joint, and it's still like, nope, does nothing right now. I'm just anxious as hell, ready for these bets to take off, man. I will tell everybody that the only bet that starts at 11 is my first half bet on North Carolina, so I'll hit the other ones. Mike, do you have any action on this Clemson North Carolina game?
Yeah, I tailed your first half North Carolina spot. I'm with you in agreement.
You mean you tailed it?
I mean, I tailed it. I mean, I took the +2 and I put some fucking cash on it.
Okay.
Half. I'm not a first half player, but I'm on the stream with you, and I figured it would give me the opportunity to fucking curse your name right in front of you if it doesn't come through for it. So I like that start. But I feel good about that. I know C-Mac was talking about that Clemson Miami spot, and I think we all kind of were in agreement there that it was a weird spot. Miami kind of undervalued in that position, and obviously they came through and got the job done. So is it a bounce back spot full game? This is one of those instances where I do kind of like breaking this thing down and jumping on that first half. We talked about this last night on our buddy's stream there, and I'm not a first half guy because of these college kids. You just don't know what the hell's going to happen. Look at the litany of games last night. Quinnipiac, was down big time in the first half. They're down 11 points. They're laying 3.5. They come back and win the game outright and cover the spread. Same thing with Boise State, another team that was laying 5 and down, comes back and gets the job done. So I like these kids that have the stretch of the entire board there, the entire time to be able to come through and get the job done. But in this case, the line moved to 2, and I think it's a good spot for at least UNC to start. I expect Clemson wins this game But I don't think they win it necessarily by margin. I think they just kind of get that last basket type of thing. I don't think it's going to be a blowout spot. So I see our guy Ramon Scott. Shout out Ramon Scott, says he likes the UNC Clemson under 157. Ramon Scott, a sharp MFer out there. When he drops a play in the chat, guys, make sure you listen to our guy Ramon Scott. He knows absolutely what he is talking about. And I can't disagree with that either. I think it's one of those games. The only thing I see about that is Clemson does have the occasion to put some points up, and that gets me. But the spot that I jumped on here, my favorite spot of this 12 o'clock slate is the Marquette situation. Marquette, I got him at -5. Not a big Seton Hall fan, so I do like Marquette quite a bit in that spot. I just think it's a tough matchup situation when you look at this thing overall. And, I was looking at, you guys know I like the cash flow, and I look at a lot of the trends and angles around that stuff. And it just seems like, despite the fact that, 73% of the public likes Marquette, the bigger money, the sharper money is coming in on Seton Hall, and they're not moving the line in Seton Hall's direction. So that home dog spot seems like it's a little trappy. And I'm going to take Marquette, but I'm going to take Marquette the distance in that one because when we get to those numbers, oh, look, just as I say that, it drops to 4.5.
Hey, I'm on Marquette -5 also.
Somebody fade me? Somebody faded me just as I said it?
Bro, I wonder that shit sometimes too. I posted it last night, but that 4.5 is like a weird 4.5 because I got on Marquette -5 last night, and I keep seeing the 4.5, but then I go look at my lines, and it's still majority 5, and there's still some 5.5. So that's a fickle 4.5. I'm on Marquette also, Mike. Let's go. I'm on full game. I didn't take first half. Seton Hall, man, look, they big wins, huge wins, right? They just beat UConn, and then they turned around right after UConn, and fuck, who'd they beat just 2 days ago? Why don't I have it in front of me? Not UConn. Who was the Big East team that they just beat? Why the fuck am I drawing a blank? Not Creighton.
Providence.
Thank you.
Providence.
And they beat Providence.
Shut Providence down from start to finish.
Thank you. So yeah, that's what I was about to say is they just had the big win at Providence against Providence. They had the big win against UConn. So yeah, I bet people are really high on the Seton Hall team, who I want to just draw a pause for and say they are still a 9-5 basketball team, and the Big East beats up on each other every single year. Beating each other when one team has a bad record and one team's top 10 in the nation. That happens every year in the Big East. I like Marquette in this spot also. I don't think the Marquette's going to fall into the trap that Seton Hall always runs on defense. I think they're going to play a little bit faster style, and I think the fast pace for Marquette's going to keep them out of the trap, and I think it's going to be too much for Seton Hall here. I think the Golden Eagles are going to get hot beyond the arc. And if you look at Seton Hall, they only rank 265th in 3-point defense, which is not going to bode well against this Marquette team. So I'm with you right there. Marquette -5. I'm on there also.
I'll tell you what, it's a monster slate. So those were the only two spots that I started off with here. Early for me, being up late. So it's early. I'm going to rip into this card and see what we can do. Lots of hockey spots that I think have really tremendous value today, including a possible alternate puck line for the Buffalo Sabres. So I'm going to get to work on that stuff here and keep looking through this college card. But I know we got another one coming up with that Florida-Kentucky spot. And, I see the buy shirt is engaged with our guy C-Mac. So I can't disagree. I don't know if he did that intentionally or not, but I can't disagree.
I'm not bad. Okay.
No?
Yeah. Shout out to our guy Matt Complex in the chat. He just said that I put the wrong. It's because I posted it last night. That's my bad. I did that shit the other day too. Usually I wait till the day of to post, but with college basketball, I try and get it up sometimes the night before. So I fucking put the date of instead of the date ahead. My bad, man. I just put it under it though. Obviously, you knew what I was talking about though, and I'll recap it one way or the other. I don't ever hide from wins or losses. Obviously.
Patrick Burns likes NC State -2, fellas. A little bit of a letdown with the way they started for me against Notre Dame. I expected, kind of the opposite of the situation, but miscap for me because I thought Notre Dame had that Virginia game, and they had the benefit of of rest. NC State did. So NC State kind of came out there slow, and that's what should happen with rest. And I think I just overvalued the Notre Dame letdown opportunity there. But NC State did claw back at the end and get it. I think it was a 2-point win against Notre Dame on the road. So for what it's worth, there's two big, matchups between Boston College and Notre Dame on the road. Now they're in a spot where, Virginia does suck on the road, and maybe it is a spot to bang down on NC State. Seems like a low spot there, low number with that -2. Probably a reflection of how they barely clawed and got that win against Notre Dame. So not bad at that look, Patrick Burns. Like that spot.
I tell you what, I didn't see the foul because I just looked up and noticed the game was on. But PJ Hall is already at the line for Clemson. First possession, he's going to the line. That is not what we want to see. We do not want to see a bunch of fouls called early here because if Clemson's able to get to the line, they will control this a little easier. But just started here. Like I said, first possession for Clemson. He's gone 1 for 1 and 2 for 2 from the line. So Clemson takes a 2-point lead on their first possession, and we are underway here, guys. Big game. I'm on the Kentucky game also, but I'm on the opposite side of you guys. I took Kentucky in the first half.
I mean opposite side. I'm not bet that game. I haven't bet it. I don't think Mike bet it. You bet it?
I did. I got the Florida side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I took Florida. That's why I said I like to buy shirt. Yeah, I didn't know if you did it intentionally. But
No.
Okay, my bad. Just the opposite side of Mike then. That's what I meant.
Well, you're on the first half though. I'm full game. So
there you go.
We can both win, but it doesn't bother me if they bludgeon your boys right off the gate and just take a cruise control victory. So I'm okay with that too. But I'll cheer for you for the first half.
Dude, you can't fucking pile through somebody, bro. Fuck. Offensive foul there on Ingram because he just would not give up trying to drive the lane on Hall right there. It is 2-2. Davis hit a little jump shot from the corner. I tell you what, RJ Davis has been playing a lot better this year without Caleb Love and the whole girlfriend incident at the top of the headlines. Clemson's moving the ball around up top. Like I said, we're 18 minutes and 50 seconds into this, or we got 18:50 left in the first half. Man, this stadium's packed. This is going to be an exciting game. And hopefully we'll find some live opportunities too. Little missed floater right there in the lane. North Carolina gets the rebound, feeds it down low to Baycott. Baycott draws the foul and one, baby. Put that shit in. Let's go. I'll try and call out his rebounds too, C-Mac. I'm not sure if he's gotten it yet.
No, it's don't worry about that.
So I tell you about Kentucky.
I like the points. It was right there. I didn't want to take 14.5. I thought he could get more, like I talked about. But
well, I tell you about that Kentucky game, Mike. The line sure does say Florida, right? Like I'm sure it feels like it's begging me to bet Kentucky, and I did. But it felt like they were begging me to bet Kentucky in that with that line.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of cash coming in on Kentucky. 59% of the bets, only 46% of the cash. But
I should say this, Mike, before we get there, because some people in the chat like resisting it all who do follow my Twitter and only saw the 5 posted bets. Kentucky money line is one of the bets that I have that's not on there. So I have Kentucky first half, and then I also have them plus 140 on the money line. Big 3 right there by Ryan for North Carolina to make it 7-2 now. Couple turnovers early for Clemson. Good shot in the lane right there. 4-7 now. This game is going back and forth, pretty high paced. It's been fun so far.
Yeah, every year I see these two teams play. That's why I can't take Florida. As good as they've been the last few years, Kentucky owns them. I think it's 9-1 the last 10 they played. I'd be on the points with Kentucky if I had to bet it.
Hey,
I like your deep points in the game too. I think it's going to be a score fest. I don't think one team's going to fall behind too quickly. I think it's going to be an opportunity. But Florida's absolutely bludgeoning teams. 97 against Quinnipiac, 96 against Grambling, 106 against Michigan on the road.
Who are they played? Michigan, I guess. I mean, other than that, I think it's a who's who and nobody.
Richmond, A-10 teams aren't no bitches. Richmond might be bitches, but the road for teams aren't A-10 teams. The other side of it, Kentucky's putting up points too, though. Illinois State 96, 95 at Louisville, 87 against UNC, 81 against Penn. I think there's definitely an opportunity for explosion of points in this game here. Let me see what the total's pressed at here, because I could see that being high flying. Jesus, 170. Feels like
good offensive rebound right there for Baycott.
Everyone sees it that way, I guess, huh? Captain Obvious, call of the day.
Another rebound on the offensive end for Baycott right there. Boy, North Carolina cannot shoot right now. Come on, boys.
I'm missing a little UFC on my Saturdays. It's I love betting on that. It's like betting on horses. It's just constant. Go, 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 go. And I'm a couple weeks out of it now. So I'm getting a little bit of the shakes. Ready for some UFC to come in next week.
Baycott just grabbed you 2 on that possession alone right there, C-Mac.
Yeah, I saw it.
Let's fucking go, boys. And PJ Hall did get a foul. I would love to see him get in foul trouble early. If we could draw another foul on him, that would make my first half.
Patrick Burns, ISU, Iowa State's on my card today. I like that Iowa State spot. I think it's a good Iowa State spot. I think, you know who else I think is going to get this shit kicked out of him? I think Tennessee comes in here rolling big and thick, as they like to say.
They're playing Ole Miss, right?
Yeah.
Ole Miss they're like South Carolina or some of those other teams that have a really good record, but like who have they played?
Yeah, nobody. They're going to play Tennessee and they're going to run into the old buzzsaw. You ever seen someone get their arms ripped off and beaten with their own arms?
Another rebound by Baycott right there, C-Mac.
That's the Ole Miss spot tonight.
Yeah, I see it regularly, man. Just arms ripped off, beating with it.
Oh, this game already has me on the edge of my seat. Good little drive right there for Clemson. Going to be a foul called underneath.
Where's this fucking game?
6-11 with 16 minutes to go. North Carolina's up by 5, but Clemson's heading to the line for 2 free throws. Is this going to be the first break? I think we're going to see the first TV break here.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And I got a suspicion most of you SOBs have not hit it. I see the like counts on all our shows that we do here, and you guys are slow to hit that like button until we say it 100 times. So make sure you look down if you haven't hit it yet. Hit that like button. If you have, shout out. Stand-up character, way to come in here and do the right thing right off the gate.
Oh, I just saw Perky said, Marquette, get your heads in it. Let me pull up the score. Looks like it's 4-2.
Fucking 10 seconds into the game.
Yeah,
I know, right? It looks like it's 4-2 right
Shout
now.
out, Perky.
It's 4-2. He's like, it's over. They fucking suck.
Oh, it's 4-4. Hold on. It is 4-4. It is 4-4. I will tell you this, though.
Shit.
When I'm on full game, as long as my team is within 10 at halftime, I don't really give a shit. Because college basketball, I say it all the time, college basketball is a game of 2 halves. Like it is 2 halves of basketball. Hell, I was on Marquette first half just the other day, and they were getting their ass beat at half, and then they ended up covering full game. See what else we got.
You got any real quick? You got anything on the football today?
Boy, it's a tricky spot.
Yeah.
You know, we were going through last night. We were talking about some of the player incentives. I can rip through those here in a little bit as well. But I was looking at the over in the Baltimore-Pittsburgh game. Probably contrary to popular opinion, and I know there's some weather and elements out there, but both those teams are used to dealing with the elements and the conditions. I know it's a Huntley spot, right, for the Ravens. They're not starting Lamar Jackson. Steelers, on the other hand, big spot for the Steelers trying to make that push. I don't like the side here. I don't like all the cash coming in on the Ravens now that it's +3. What I think is there's a little bit of an overvaluing because of the backup quarterback change, but I forgot the stat, but I want to say it's 6-3 in the 9 games the backup quarterback's gone in since Lamar Jackson's become the starting quarterback. So they're not missing a beat out there. They've got the depth. Now, do they need to play for anything, and should they be smart about it? Yeah, they should, but I think 34.5 is too low. I don't think, Najee Harris, Deontay Johnson, I don't think those boys are going to take their foot off the gas. They've got some incentives they're going for as well. So 34.5 seems like it's too low. 34, 63% of the bets and 76% of the cash on the under. But 34 is a super low number, and I just think it's an opportunity to take advantage of that low spot. So I'm a big fan on that side of things, and I'll pull up some of those incentive things as well. What about you guys? Did you look at that?
Man, how many bets did I tell you I have today, Mike?
7.
Yeah, I didn't bet that game. It's not.
I'm excited for your 7. I am. It's a cute little number.
Me too. I
cute little number on a 3,000 play slate.
Did you call it a cute number on a 3,000 slate play or whatever you did? Fuck you, bro. Whatever you just said. Hey, shout out Eric Jones coming in. Are anyone eyeing the total in the Mizzou game? Man, I sure thought about taking Missouri, but I told myself at the beginning of the year I was going to stay the fuck away from that basketball team.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to lay it with them.
Yeah.
They could win and cover there, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to lay points with Missouri.
Same. So here we go. Front end of misses the first free throw there. Still 11-6, 16 minutes here in the game. Second free throw coming up for Clemson.
Here we go. Real quick, anything on this game? I take Indiana. I don't think Ohio State has beat really anybody. I think they're pretty soft, and it's a road game. Small dog in Indiana. I lean that way. Nothing on the total. I think the total's pretty spot on. What did you guys think there?
Oh, good fucking drive. I didn't bet that one either. What about you, Mikey? You got anything on that?
Yeah, I don't really have. I guess I haven't gotten that far down the card yet, but that wasn't one that really jumped out as something I wanted to get involved with here, at least in the early set. So as far as let me see if I can't find it here. Indiana, you said, right?
Yeah, Ohio State is at Indiana.
Yeah, once bitten, twice shy. Fuck Ohio State. I got ripped on those guys the other day. They were laying 8.5. They ended up, I think, coming out and winning the game, but it wasn't comfortable. They certainly didn't cover. And I just think there's other matchups for me. But I would think that
Big Ten home teams. I mean, to me, it's the dog here. I'd be on Indiana or nothing. And Indiana's not great, but we saw them play well, a few weeks ago against Kansas, before they lost.
I could tell you this with Ohio State, and I know it's going to be like, well, you always say this, but I pay attention. Oh, Billy, shit, my bad, man. We should have brought you up there.
I didn't hear the bling in the back. I would have brought you on.
I've got my eyes so locked on this game. What up, Billy? Good to have you in here, man.
I figured you guys just bring yourselves in here. I see how it rolls.
No,
I should have brought him in.
Mine's just automatic, Mike.
I know. I was working on it backstage, and there all of a sudden there's Connor.
Well, next time I'll log out for you. I just hate logging in, logging out.
What up, Billy?
What's up, man? You got any action in these early games?
Yeah, I'm on Clemson money line and Joseph Girard III over 15.5 points. Those are the two plays. The Girard one was a little bit smaller of a play. Clemson was a normal play straight on the money line. I really wanted to bet the -1.5, but by the time I got done capping all the basketball games that were on today's slate and narrowed down the ones that I really, really like, that line went up to like 3.5. But I don't know, man. The way I feel like
Ryan, hit your fucking shots.
The way to beat UNC this year is by having a post interior player that can match up with Baycott, and then it's up to the guards. Like, I don't think UNC's guards are better this year than they were the year before. I love Cormac Ryan. He's one of my Notre Dame guys, but like, I don't think their guard play got any better. And this is still the same exact team that was plummeting, sputtering game after game after game in the ACC last year. And I feel like they're being overvalued off that Pittsburgh game, and Clemson's being undervalued off the Miami loss.
The dynamic between between RJ Davis and Caleb Love was so toxic last year on this team.
Yeah, but you can't tell me that's not an upgrade. Cormac McRyan is an upgrade from that?
No, he's not a better player than Caleb Love. I'm not saying that, but I will say that Davis is playing a lot better basketball this year.
Well, Davis is playing a lot better basketball because he doesn't have to pass to the guy that's fucking his bitch. Like,
exactly. That's my view. Now we're on the same page.
Like, I don't think they got better, though, is what I'm saying. I don't think Baycott got any better from last year or the year before or this year. Like, and if he's not getting 20 and 20, then like North Carolina's not blowing away games. So like, I don't know, man. Clemson spot for me. Kind of similar spot with Florida and Kentucky. I wanted to bet the Gators, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it was because of there's something about Kentucky, man. I mean, I remember watching
making a run here, 13-11.
I remember watching Robert Dillingham on the Kanye high school show when he had Donda Academy, and Rob Dillingham was like the star player of the team, and he went from like the bench to like being like on the cover of everything. So I don't like betting against Rob Dillingham. That's my guy.
Makes sense.
I got a barn burner for you boys here. Milwaukee, the Algonquins versus Detroit Mercy. Those sons of big scumbags have lost 17 games in a row. I almost have to, out of principle, take the Detroit Mercy money line at +310.
Everybody in the chat, I'm sorry if I seem a little spaced here. I'm locked in on this game, but I just saw our guy Sharky Water Nations in the chat. And my dude Moose Money Man. Two awesome cappers right there. Also, two good friends of mine. Good to see both of you guys in here.
Shouts to my man Sharky Water. Said you guys both looking fly today on a suddenly not so casual Saturday. You know what they say, you got to get in the casual Saturday before Sundays are for the sharps, as my man Sharky would say.
Yep. Sharky, there's 4 of us here, dude. Which 2 are looking good?
Hunter drives to the lane.
I'm assuming you're talking about me, but I don't know about the other guys.
I'm gonna go with me and C-Mac. C-Mac's got the Gator Stitch hoodie on from the high school days.
It's not a buy shirt though. We learned it's not a buy shirt this morning, Billy. So it's not a.
No, I'd be on Kentucky if I were to bet. Yeah.
It's just like, all right.
14-15. We got a 1-point game.
Is it a Florida spot? Yes, but we're like
they've consistently choked, especially against Kentucky.
That's wild. 3.5 is wild. It's not like Kentucky doesn't have the 7-footers anymore.
All right, we got 4 boards already. Come on, Baycott.
Damn.
Bitch.
Oh.
Did you take the 9.5 for Baycock?
Yeah.
Rebounds?
Mm-hmm.
It was staring at me, Connor. It was staring at me in my face. And I was like, damn, I was bet this the other night. And this shit was 11.5 juiced. And I was like,
was it 11.5 the other day?
Yeah, but it was against.
I thought it was a bargain. I mean, especially at plus 105. I mean,
it was weird because I thought it was a bargain, but why don't they offer? So what was throwing me off and why I didn't get to the window with it was his rebounds, his points and rebounds was 24.5 at minus 125. So they think he's going to go over on the rebounds if that's the case. But why don't they just have double-double? I just can't bet the double-double.
Yeah, they didn't want you to get that.
Yeah, because he's going to get a double-double, bro. Come on.
All right, we're going to keep our eyes on this Mississippi State game. I know it's just kind of popping off here, but Mississippi State's up 6-3 right now. So far, conference games, home teams off a win that played before 1 p.m. are 8-1 this season. So 8-1. South Carolina fits the model. It's 8-3 right now. Let's just take a peek and see what we can get for a nice little live line spot.
Come on, Marquette. Looks like Marquette's pulling ahead right now, 21-13. Early in that game, still 13 minutes left in the first half. I was going back and forth between first half, full game with that one. I went first half I went full game just because I couldn't get the first half line yet, and I didn't want to wait. A lot of time, if you see me on a full game, it's probably because I can't get the first half, and I think the line's going to move.
Yeah, that's why you need FanDuel, baby. FanDuel is not only they had these games up for Saturday by Friday mid-afternoon.
Damn,
bro.
First half also.
They had the first half by the evening. I was looking at games that were just popping up on the board. One of the first half bets that I'm on today. Let me pull up my coveted Saturday sheet. We only do this once a week, but you got to have multiple papers when there's 100 and something games.
Yeah.
UPenn first half minus 3.5. Both teams are on a 2-game losing streak, but UPenn 7-1 straight up at home, and they covered 6 of their last 7 games versus Dartmouth, averaging 77.5 points per game this season, while only allowing 73.3. Dartmouth 0-7 straight up on the road this year, only scoring 61.65 points per game on 40% field goal shooting, and they've only scored 53, 57, and 54 points in their last 3 losses. UPenn's minus 7.5 full game, but we're on them first half, and got them in some parlays today.
Nice.
Yeah, the last time that we backed UPenn, I was on Mikey's show, and I was explaining to him that this is the last time we're going to be able to bet UPenn for the next month because they're about to play fucking Auburn and Clemson, and now they're done those slated games, and now they're back to Ivy League play. So big ups, big spot here today for UPenn.
I like the under in that game.
Don't blame me. Don't blame me.
I don't really do parlays, but I thought to who beat the fuck out of the coach? The hell? Black eye. You guys seeing this on the North Carolina Clemson game? Somebody knocked the shit out of him.
He fell on the door handle.
Yeah, right. His wife let him know what's up. You
Stop moving, you piece of shit.
Hey, I tell you what, I'm going to look for some live action in this game. Obviously, I have my first half bet, but I'm already starting to feel like I might be able to find a spot here in this one.
I moved on that South Carolina. It was plus 8.5, so that's an official first live play for me. Mississippi State.
Clemson takes their first lead of the game. Second lead since the first free throws of the game. They're up 16-15 now. They're getting some easy buckets inside, which is a little frustrating because I would like to see UNC close that down. Got some active hands in the passing lane for Clemson right now. It just one team looks like they're playing with that edge. The other one just kind of looks like they're getting pushed back right now. I'd like to see UNC do something here on offense. Wow, nice drive by Baycott right there. 17-16, little layup right at the rim.
Man, that ain't no fucking tech, B. That's a fucking foul.
I was like, who's he talking to?
Young Bean.
Nah, man, they're about to have me smoke.
What game are you watching?
In a not so casual fucking Saturday morning while it's still raining out here. God damn, this game's gonna make me. I knew when I bet money on this game, I was going to be physically sweating before the game. I even told Dabby Cab, I have to shower cleanly twice.
You did tell me that.
You know how like when you wash yourself up in the shower, Connor, and you have the soap on the rag. I had to do it twice.
Why is he shooting free throws? What the fuck was that call? Hold on.
Oh, because of the game.
Yeah, I just knew I was gonna sweat. I was sweating.
Fucking hanging on the rim. Why is PJ Hall shooting free throws? He didn't get fouled.
He got fucking fouled, bro. What are you talking about? He fucking grabbed his whole arm when he went to go dunk it. PJ Hall, better than your fucking Amando Baycott.
I didn't see a foul, but I guess maybe I wasn't looking. I just thought he was hanging on the rim.
Baycock, you know why he's still in college? Because he knows he's about to be fucking Andre Drummond in the NBA and be coming off the bench, doing nothing. I want to know how much money is Armando Baycock making in college? Because he's been in college for damn near since I graduated college.
A lot of guys go to college for 8 years. Yeah,
What?
doctors.
Bro, when I went to school, your goal was to get out as quick as you could to get drafted, but now it's like people go there for 20 years.
Well, if they're paying, I'm staying.
He's been there for like 5 fucking years.
He's been there for a minute, man. Like I remember when he was a freshman and I was a senior.
Res Mob, I'm looking at the Sabres game. I just don't know if I'm going to lay -1, -2, or go as high as -3. So I'll get back to you. That's right. I said it. Huge dog, and I'm looking to go the opposite fucking way for good reason. Believe you me.
North Carolina's getting fucking toasted right now, man. Davis just put up a 3 and got his shit thrown. It's one thing to get tipped, but to get stuffed on taking a 3, that's bad.
Yeah, you would take a perfect rotation saying if I was receiving a fatter check, I wouldn't want to leave college either. Look at Wemby, skinny motherfucker. Granted, he's making a ton of money and he's the number 1 guy, but you'd want to put some size and bulk on there so that you can at least square up against some of these guys in a more competitive fashion. So I would think you'd want to stick around, especially if you're getting paid for it. Smash that college. You know what? I mean, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of positives of sticking around the old college campus.
Yeah, but I think the ultimate deciding factor has to be
where you're going in the draft.
You expect me to do fucking schoolwork? What?
Oh, those student athlete work plans aren't exactly the same.
How come he's the only one diving for the ball? Hit the fucking court.
I know you got a big game tomorrow, so if you just show up to class and sleep in the back, I'll mark you off as present and active, engaged.
Oh, it's even worse nowadays, Mike. They're all done off of modules on the internet.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Part of the
you don't know who that was doing before
COVID class, so everything's done online.
That shit started a little bit before COVID, man, because I remember when they started making us do modules on the road, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
We're doing modules, but bro, my GPA went from barely 30.
How do you miss that? It's
like
a fucking layup at the rim.
Fairly acceptable to straight A's.
The straight A's in about a semester and a half. I'm telling you, man, you throw a body down low on Armando Baycock, and UNC, they like to be the hammer, but they don't like to be the fucking nail in basketball games. And that's not, I don't know.
I should have been a man and taken the South Carolina money line.
The fuck do you miss that shot, man?
Baycock's is that good, though.
Rushia, she can't attend classes on campus for a different reason.
Good try right there for Baycott, though. They are all over Baycott. If they start calling it a little looser or a little harder in the second half like they do, he might be getting to the line some.
What? If they call it a little bit looser,
No harder.
Clemson's going to be at the free throw line the whole entire game, dude.
Well,
North Carolina's
already got 6 fouls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. They've been hacking the whole game. Armando Baycock hasn't even subbed off the court, and they're still hacking. The craziest part is Clemson hasn't even hit a 3 yet in this game.
Fuck Clemson. Clemson did me so dirty in college football the past year and a half. I can't even stand it.
Way different schools, Mike. Way different schools. They're not even the same football and basketball, not even the same program.
I know, but Clemson got me good on some games last year. I remember some losses. I think NC State was one of them that sticks out in my head in college basketball specifically. And then early this season, they took, somehow they're 10-2. I feel like I lost on them 6 times.
Syracuse was like fringe good last year. They just had bad results. But then you see Joseph Girard go to Clemson, and then Edwards goes to West Virginia. And I feel like that changes the whole dynamic of both teams. But West Virginia had weird problems in the beginning of the season with ineligibility rules. So they only had 7 active players for the first 2 months of the season. And then once everybody's active, Edwards is out. Now they're plus 21.5 against Houston. Swing it. I know you want to pass it. That was a good shot.
I'll tell you what, boys, who's on deck? Who's on deck against Akron next? That's a lockdown drag out. Doesn't even matter who it is.
Akron?
Yeah, who's Akron playing their next game?
I don't really follow the MAC too much when it comes to basketball. When was the last time Akron played? Yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah. I think they play Tuesday.
Let me check their schedule.
Ball State.
No, they're not beating Ball State. They're not beating Ball State.
Man.
That's a circle spot for Ball State. Everybody in the chat, set your reminders, get your calendars out on your smartphones, and write down Ball State, 2 exclamation points. Ball State.
I'll even go a little bit further for you today. I'm on Ball State today, minus the 7.5. Them in a parlay. Also as well with Penn. That parlay odds have gone up, but Ball State, good spot for them today. Get out of here with the Central Michigan bullshit. Ball State way better offensively, huge 3-point gap. So their 3-point shooting compared to Central Michigan's perimeter defense is the underlying statement. We need Ball State to hit some threes and they'll cover.
This is the throwback to what we were talking about just a minute ago, but perfect rotation said he'd probably take a pay cut going to the NBA. And then he said, if I was receiving a fatter check, I wouldn't leave college either. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt.
You're a guy like Jordan Hawkins. You're the fucking stud of UConn, the guys of guys there. And then you go to your next team, which is the New Orleans Pelicans. They don't even want to play you, bro. And you're just sitting there on the bench, and you're like, fuck it, send me to the G League. That's what happens to these guys. You think Luka Garza would pray for the times he can go back to Iowa instead of being on the Minnesota T-Wolves G League team.
We are getting rolling now, Billy, C-Mac, Mike, if he's still back there backstage, which he is. We got 7-11 here in the first half left in this game. We've been in here just about 45 minutes now. We got over 100 people in the chat rocking with us. Thank you, guys. Drop all your action that you have coming up. I know we've been talking about other games, but we'll keep hitting it. Let us know what you're betting. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you're drinking. If you got a drink already, let me know what you're smoking on. If you're smoking with me, this is that cherry lime.
Daddy
cherry
Cat,
lime
can I
bumper?
give you a Cooper Flag update? Last night, you know, the guy that I say is the best white American prospect since Larry Bird. A man almost had a triple-double, 25, 12 rebounds, and 9 blocks. Was a block away from a triple-double. Bro, that's absurd.
That's crazy.
Duke is going to be nice next year. We're just not betting him this year.
Sometimes when Ramon says stuff, like I can't tell if he's just joking or like what. You know what I mean?
He's joking.
I know he is, but I'm just saying, like, there's been so many times where he said, like, when I've been on screen with him too, and I believed what he said, and I can't tell if he's joking or not. I love the guy, man. Shout out Ramon Scott. I sent you an invite. I send it every weekend, though. He doesn't like us, C-Mac. He only likes, Jimmy, bigger guys. He don't like us. I'm just
Fuck you then, Ramon.
I'm just
That's how it is.
messing with you.
I'm just kidding.
You boys are shooting bombs
That's
right
how
out
it
the
is.
gate today, huh?
Hey. Don't want to join us. See how it is.
I mean, I don't want to play favorites here, but he showed up to my string.
See? Look at that. All right. Kick him off. Kick Mike off.
What did he say?
Mike said he joined my stream.
And it is a tie game pending. Clemson's about to take a 1-point lead pending this next free throw.
Resisting it all. The reason to fade him is because a team that's played Eastern Michigan, I'll pull it up exactly, has to do with who they previously played. Not so much their ability as much as who they previously played. When they previously played Eastern Michigan, you want to fade away. There's some line parameters to it, so we'll talk about it as it gets closer, but just kind of circle it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times in a row. That's wow. So all 7 times it's happened. 8 times this year. 8 times since 2023 it's happened. I probably did a nice job explaining that. You guys know about the old Horizon League. We got some over opportunities here.
Looks like Seton made a run on Marquette. That game's 28-28 now at a TV timeout with 7:42 left. I'm on Marquette full game there. So anybody that wants some live action, there you go. You can get the same line because it's a tie game. I don't have the line, but I'm sure it's the same.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, bro. Like that's been the whole fucking game. What's the deal, people? What up? They showing G in the chat. My man Justin McElvey in the chat.
Swear to God, they're calling the weakest shit, bro.
That's not a weak call, bro. You can't just
that's
shove his
pussy
body.
shit. He didn't get shoved, bro. He just has
somebody's in the quarter of the court, the worst corner to ever be at. You're just gonna shove your hips
bro.
at him.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's basketball.
This ain't no gay fucking porno. What the fuck is this? Shoving your hips at some dude? Like, what the fuck is this?
I don't know, man.
Just because I have my hands up and my whole entire hips are moving against him doesn't mean I'm not fouling him. Like, what?
Offensive board there for Clemson. They take a 3-point lead off the missed free throw.
We can both cash this. You have North Carolina first half, right?
Yeah, but I'm not covering no more.
You're fine.
Ingram takes a shot outside. Good shot. 24-24. I think that was Ingram. I'm not sure, actually.
Deshaun G, give a good hard look at those Buffalo Sabres, my guy.
I was looking at that too, man. I like the Ravens plus the points, but I also don't think I should be waiting until the last week of the season to be going in on fucking NFL spreads.
He's gonna shoot that if you give him that much fucking room.
And there was nobody that really popped up for me for incentives. The only incentive that I saw for that game is Nelson Aguilar. At all the fucking people in the world, Nelson Aguilar is like 55 yards away from some contract incentive and 4
Why are you
away.
shooting that shot, man?
It's just, can Nelson Aguilar catch a fucking football? That's always the question.
I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
Yeah, no shit.
I know Odell Beckham Jr. said not to play his incentive props this week here, but the number of 750 is a key number for him. If he gets 6 receptions this week, he gets another $500,000 bonus. And if he gets 218 yards, he gets another $750,000 bonus. He's probably not getting the 218 yards, but there's no reason he can't get the looks for $500K. He took a pay cut to come play for Baltimore, so
don't do it. He commented on
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He said not to take him. He said, don't take my play.
DK DFS's Twitter post the other day of Odell Beckham incentive video, and he commented, commented with a laughing emoji, said, "Don't be betting me this weekend. I ain't playing." And then the day after, he proceeded to rent out what is it called? The Baltimore Arbor or whatever it is. It's some boat party that they had last night, and Odell was the host of it. I don't think he's playing. I'd be shocked to even see him on the fucking field on the sidelines dressed up. He's going to be in street clothes.
Like Anthony Davis? He's trying out his Anthony Davis routine?
It's Nelson Aguilar season, Mike. It's just like the stomach of like how many
Philly is a guy that lives around the Philly area. I can't believe you even say the guy Nelson Aguilar.
I know, but he's the best. He's out of all the incentive contracts of like quarterback. Are they playing? Can they reach it? His is the most reasonable. Like 55 yards with no fucking receivers ain't shit for him. It's just like, you know, you bet on Nelson Aguilar today that he fucking has a 40-yard bomb and he drops it. And you wouldn't be shocked at all. You would be more shocked that he caught it.
Out there catching
Singletary. I saw Singletary, Patrick Burns. He does need 150 yards for some bonus. And Singletary also has a bonus incentive. Make sure when you're looking at incentives, one of the incentives to look at is percentage of snaps played for a season. And one of Singletary's incentives is percentage of snaps played for the season. It's like 56. He's at like 53, 52 and a half or something like that. So he's just going to be on the field this weekend. Is there any other ones I saw? Stephon Diggs is another one.
Singletary needs 74 yards to get 1,100 yards. That gives him a $125,000 bonus. And if he plays 55% of the snaps on the season, he gets a $125,000 bonus.
The greasiest one was Deontay Foreman could make $100K this weekend with 2 touchdowns.
I did see that one.
We got a special guest in the way.
Bring him on.
I got to make sure his camera's on because last time I talked to him, he was pretty couch reserved. You know what they say? You want to be the big muscle guy in the gym. You want to be the big muscle guy in the gym. That shit comes back to haunt you.
Popping in with no camera on. What the fuck?
Yeah. But then I started thinking though, Connor, like, is he even like okay? Because Dutch had me rolling. He said he did ski.
Bro, I don't want to sweat this shit like this right now. God damn it, man.
Take the over.
Get some boards, bitch.
Fucking bitch. Get some fucking boards.
Me a couple more here. Is he even in the game?
He's in the game. It's just when Clemson's missing, they're missing from the 3-pointer range. Like they didn't hit 3 the whole entire first half. So all they're missing.
They shoot a lot of threes. They have for the last few years.
Clemson's good, man. Them and what's the SEC team that I was looking at? But Clemson's an underrated team, man. They'll be good this year.
What's the score? Oh, yeah, they are getting behind. I just saw Perky said Marquette first half toast. You got 5:06 there. It's 35-30. That's a huge run for Seton Hall. But I tell you that what, though, man, I've seen college basketball teams go for 7.5 minutes without making a fucking shot. And I'm talking like Kansas. I've seen Kansas. I bet Kansas once last year, and they were up by, I think, fucking 18 points, and I needed to cover a 2.5 spread. And they went the last 6.5 minutes of the half without fucking scoring.
Dabby Cab 3 out of my losses this week were all 3 teams that didn't score for 8 straight minutes. I have a ban list. I had to create a ban list of teams like that because if I'm gonna lose a game, let me lose a fucking shootout, man. I don't want to be losing a game like fucking who did I bet earlier this week?
Sweating
I
to
don't
the
think
end.
it wasn't Utah. It was like I think it was Wichita State or not Wichita State. Whatever it was, dude, they didn't score for 10 minutes. And I was just like, what the like put me on the court. Shit, let me win my fucking money back. I can hit a fucking 3. I might not play defense, put me in a fucking zone. I might just run around, but I'm hitting some fucking 3s. So let's give me an opportunity to make my money back, man. Shit.
Right. Mike,
All
you
right,
see
so
anything live?
somebody had asked about the Indiana-Ohio State game earlier, and I got one for you guys here. Unbeaten this season. Home dogs in the conference off a loss in the Big Ten are 36-15 against the spread. Home dog off a loss in the Big Ten conference, 36-15 against the spread.
Save your money.
Yeah, Patrick, I'm on full game with Marquette. Shock has
3-0
got to
this
make
season.
some kind of adjustments there at half. They are dropping it though. Looks like Seton Hall's out 38-30 now.
I don't know.
We got a UMBC game popping off here in a few minutes. UMBC this season, UMBC 10-2 to the over, going over by 8 points. Huge number though, 173.5. Fucking big number.
173.5 in a college basketball game. What the fuck are they playing?
There's a couple of those today. Florida's that situation too, I think, with Kentucky.
Yeah, but I understand that though. There's too many.
Bro, I can't
NBA
do this, man.
basketball
My
players
heart.
on the court. Oh, I see why they're playing Bryant. I see why it's that high. Bryant can score, but they all play defense.
No defense. Defense optional in that game.
I would take Bryant -5.5 though. I think Bryant could easily cover that 5.5.
Oh, God, great shot, Ryan. Thank you. Fucking hell. 31-28. We got plenty of time here, though. This is going to come down to the wire. 3 minutes left in this first half. North Carolina's got a 3-point lead. Clemson's got the ball.
That's the difference of tonight's game. Today's afternoon game has been the 3-point shooting of North Carolina versus
Another easy shot for Clemson down low. They're getting a lot of points in the paint here. 31-30. 2 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock.
my fucking phone is just dinging and dinging and dinging today.
Good drive down low. Stop falling on. I know I'll root for Clemson after this first half, but stop falling on the ground like a pussy, Hog. Get up and stop looking for these foul calls.
I mean, he is getting fouled though.
Oh, he's a great basketball player, bro. I'm still gonna talk shit though. Ryan
Cormac
falls on the pass. A 3 from Clemson to tie it. Oh, is he
Cormac
okay?
Ryan's down. Like,
Home dog off a loss.
Down, isn't
We're
he?
on home dog off a loss.
Did you see that?
I don't think he's okay.
No, he's not okay. That's not good either.
I've seen him play a lot last year in Notre Dame, and
Man,
very
that's
rarely
sad,
is he going down to the ground.
If he's taking his shoe off,
Yeah.
it's a sprained ankle, but still, that's so bad, probably. Sprained ankles hurt so bad. People don't understand. That
I'll
fucking
give
sucks.
Clemson respect, though, bro. Everybody's quiet in the stadium, letting them. They're clapping for him. He just got up. Like, hey, you go to some other places, man. They'll
Yeah.
be fucking hooting and hollering like it was just a game 7. Like I remember Derrick Rose.
Hey, I do like that, Patrick. Our guy Patrick in the chat, and we are here to also look for live bets. He said Marquette money line plus 135. I'm already on that full game, but I do like that, man. A couple of these teams that I bet, like Miami the other day, UConn yesterday, they're down early and then they're coming back and winning full game, and there's some really good lines on them. I do kind of like that. How much are they down by, though?
6, I think.
Looks like Florida is up early on Kentucky also. Damn. 10-12 there. Florida's got a 2-point lead. Right. We get some more points here. Nice. Going to the foul line. North Carolina's going to the line. Minute 59 on the clock. Maybe I'm better off letting you guys talk and just like not being here because I can't focus on anything else.
You're giving me fucking anxiety.
Bro, I have anxiety. The fuck am I supposed to do?
No,
I want to win, bro. I need this
rip it.
fucking money. I need this money. God damn it! I've been losing this week.
No, we
four
got
games.
this. We got this. It's a positive mindset. Let's put some positive thoughts out there.
What do you got?
First free throw's good.
2, right?
Yeah, +2 first half.
Yeah, so a tie in the first half would be perfect for both parties.
Missed the fucking back end of the free throws though. So 34-30, minute 50 on the clock.
Okay, so my real question is, do you think that they're actual magnets on these rims? Because fuck, man, UNC has hit every fucking 3-pointer in the first half. When they switch courts,
They've
they're
been
gonna
missing
get Clemson, bro.
34-32. Clemson scores again, 34-32.
I thought
Fucking foul, bro. What?
How far ahead of me are you, Billy?
I'm at the 113 mark, bro. That's a fucking foul, bro. Like, what do you have to do?
fucking tackle a dude on the fucking ground to get a call in this game. God damn. If they're fucking fouling, they're fucking fouling. It doesn't matter if it's 5 calls, 20 calls, or 30 calls.
Oh, see, I thought that UNC was going to hit a 3 or something because you were ahead of me, bro. I needed that. No points, though. Clemson's got the ball. I mean, he had all ball there. You didn't just see that?
That's not all ball, bro. You can't go across the body.
Bro, if your hand's on the ball and not the player, it's not a foul.
When your hand goes across another player's body when they're in the movement of shooting, that's an automatic foul. You can't
Easy layup.
swipe across the person's body. The way to defend it in the rule book is you can only have your hands up.
Clemson's going to the line. My bad. I'm not worried.
We're rooting for this stuff. We got Joseph Girard over on 15.5 points. I need some free throws here from him.
Let's go. Why is this shit taking forever here?
Very rarely do I ever feel like
What do we got? Tie game? What's the clock you got here? Beeman?
tie game, 34-34, a minute and
Minute left.
8 seconds left. Clemson
Okay.
is picking up in a 1-2-2 full court trap here. A little bit different than your full court press. Because you only have to make one pass to get out of that trap. And they are sweating here. Baycock in the post, gets double teamed, swings it back out. That's been what Clemson's really been doing, is double teaming the post, which has made other guys step up. Big turnover, backdoor pass is not there. 34-34, 35 seconds left here with a timeout, or 38 seconds left here. Timeout by Clemson, and I think they're holding for the last shot here in this half. Coach, when the coach calls a timeout with the clipboard in his hand, more times than not, that's telling you they're holding for the last shot. Time to double down, boys. Philly let Cav have this half, man. I want Dabby Cab to catch the first half. I said the perfect case scenario would be a tie first half. Dabby Cab cashes his play. My full game doesn't look horrible. It would be a perfect case scenario.
Ramon, I like that over, my guy. Like that over, Ramon. 10-2.
North Carolina was up. I wanted to take them here, getting 3 points. I saw 2.5, but it was plus 118 or minus 118.
Yeah, that line is like that's a conundrum between pros versus Joes type of game of like sharps grab Clemson on the opening number, but then that number went 3.5. People slam North Carolina. Any article that you ever will read today is going to tell you to bet North Carolina plus 3.5. But the sharps started buying back in on that closing number.
Here we go. Rebound Baycott, baby. 7.
Big Baycott rebound for Dabby Cab and Connor Black.
It's called I'm changing my background up, so it's under construction. That you, Dutch? Get yourself on camera, Dutch. Turn that
Yeah,
fucking
get
camera
on.
on. Let's see what that protein's doing for your profit, baby. Let's go.
Let's get the protein on and the profit.
No, I gotta sign like a new backdrop thing for Christmas, and I started with a couple cocktails. I started doing it, and I was like, this shouldn't take too long. And then as soon as I got into it, I instantly realized it's going to take long. So it should be done by the end of the weekend. We'll get there. But you just start getting you're at the point of no return once you take everything off the wall. So now I got to deal with this glitchy nonsense behind me.
I'm in the same boat, Mike.
Once you start, what are you gonna do? You can't undo it. But it's gonna be sick when it gets done. So you guys will like it. I think you'll like it. That's my aura. Your aura is purple. Your aura. You guys know what that's from?
No.
Well, Almost Famous. When he's on the phone talking to his mother, and the girl comes up talking about the nuggets and staying in his room.
No.
I'm looking at my
All right,
sheet
never
here
mind, you
to
guys.
see if there's any 1 p.m.
You bet. I'm the only one that could get anything. Cab or Billy, they ain't never. So fine. Shit.
I don't watch movies. I watch sports games. I don't watch TV.
I don't watch it much anymore either.
Score update alert, boys.
Why is this taking
North
so long?
Carolina, 30-28 at
Timeout.
halftime. Takes the lead at halftime. Hopefully you live bet that with me at plus 8.5. I should have been a man and taken the money line, but we will still take the plus 8.5. Only halftime, so we got game to go. But that was a little 9-1 spot that we live bet there. Let's go.
Just take the last shot. No fucking-
Wow. I don't know what that call is, but regardless, you're good, Cap.
Yeah.
Let's go. Day of the
There
Carolinas.
we go.
Baby.
Tie game.
Play
Cash
with
it.
that.
Cash
All
it.
Here we go. Fuck, man.
Called it perfectly. I should have fucking bet
That
tie
is
game
as
going
tight
to
as he
that.
gets.
That's as tight as
I
it
thought
gets,
for
though.
sure that 3 was going to go in that Clemson took right
To
before
be
that.
honest with you, out of all the ones you said that weren't fat, that was
Paid
a
that
fucking
man
foul,
his
bro.
money.
Bangkok just got slaughtered.
That one? Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I couldn't see the replay. I know one thing I know about basketball, though, is it's really hard to. We can't see what they can see. It's not like football where you can blatantly see the fouls. You know what I mean?
The
Big
one
Scott
thing
510
I've
says,
learned
Billy,
about
Thank you, whoever's doing that. Appreciate it. I'm not doing it, but let's fucking go. Sorry, chat, too. I'm coming down. Fucking this shit gets my fucking blood boiling, man. I needed a win, too.
Touch on the ones and twos in the back.
shouts to Big
Big
Scott.
Scott 510 says Billy strictly sports capping and Call of Duty on his free time. That's a true story. Matter of fact,
Very
sometimes
true
he's
story.
capping and playing Call of Duty. I've seen that.
Very
Seen him do
true
that.
story. I went rogue at my last job. I said, you know what? I just made my whole entire week's paycheck in one bet. Why the
Bro, I
fuck
did
am I
the
here?
same shit. I said, fuck this. I'm not doing this shit
This
anymore.
is a true story, man. My boss was like, "Can you please get off of your phone and watch these games and stop watching these games?" I said, "I'll do one better for you. I'm out," and I walked out.
Bro, I give like pitching lessons and fucking hitting lessons and shit now. But other than that, I quit my other job. I was like, fuck this. I'm not doing that anymore.
Stupid, man. Like, granted, that's not the way to look at betting, but like, dude, if I'm not getting paid a certain amount of money and I'm making more money off my bets than I am working at a job, then this isn't the right job for me.
Nunya, my guy, shout out to you in the chat, man. He said my favorite cappers in here hanging out with us.
What up,
Did
Nanya?
this just change? Oh, it's a live look-in. Should I switch to this, bro? I got Kentucky. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Am I gonna be doing this shit all day, man? Like, just win or lose. I got Kentucky first half. It's 21 or 22-25. I've got +2 first half. There's 8:52 left in the game. Or in the half, excuse me. This is dope as shit. They should do this for every halftime. Just play another game. Good steal right there. Good hands in the lane by Kentucky. Going to throw it down, make it a 24-25 game. All right, we'll pull up the line. My live look-in's out. But we'll pull up the line here. Let's look at some of these lines, guys, see if we like anything live, if we want to move. I got so many bets, man, that fuck. Mike, don't shake your head at me when I say that, motherfucker.
Nothing live, but I do have a 2:00 p.m. game. Penn, first half, -3.5, baby. Go Quakers, go. Go Quakers, go Quakers, go.
Hell
Penn is, in my opinion, besides Princeton, the best team in the Ivy League. And, dude, they played some of the hardest schedule. They've played probably some of the toughest schedules in all of the country. Fuck the bullshit of just the Ivy League. Some of their games that they've lost this year, like, don't let the record fool you, man. Some of the games that they've played at Auburn, the day after, like, fucking New Year's, at Houston,
Right.
their home game versus Kentucky was at the Wells Fargo Center when Kentucky's two best players are from South Jersey and went to Camden High School, which is like a 20-minute drive from Wells Fargo. Some of their spots that they've been in have just been complete dog shit. And then the spots that they've been favored in, they've been doing a good job. This is a big game for them to start off the Ivy League play.
Justin said he's got Arkansas
Ivy
plus
League.
2.5, man. I tell you what, I sure want to bet Arkansas myself, Justin. I just haven't done it yet. Auburn, I know they're 11-2 and they've beaten people by a lot of points, but who the fuck have they played this year? I mean, USC sucks. I mean,
Don't say Penn
just
sucks.
well, no, you just made me think. I'm sorry. I'm not. That's not. This has nothing to do with that. I'm just. You're making me think though. Like Arkansas, their losses are against some good teams. At least they can at least say that they've got a couple bad losses, but their last one was against OU. I don't know. Tough game for me. I didn't bet it, but Arkansas at home is not something I like going against.
What
Yeah, I took the
problem is
3
with Arkansas,
last night.
though, is
You did?
Yeah, with Arkansas.
I like that. Go ahead.
they're
Billy.
like the line moved a lot. And then everyone talks about their home crowd. Granted, I know school starts this preceding Monday. I just don't know, like, what are some of these home atmospheres going to be looking like? Is this Arkansas when they had
They should be pretty good. I mean, school's about to be back. People should be back. I mean, they should be decent.
Arkansas even travels well. Arkansas will show up, man. Arkansas's home stadium is that good.
It's not just students though. A lot of those.
I mean,
locals
judge it off of
are-
Clemson right now. You see what I'm saying? Clemson showed up.
Yeah, but that it's all about the area though. Think about Clemson and what area that's in. Ain't shit going on around there besides Clemson basketball right now. So just the locals itself are probably pouring in. It's kind of like what Connor was saying about Arkansas. They'll get some of the locals there as well. So I don't know, man. That game was weird.
Bro, my fucking hands are shaking right now from that bet and from the ones that I got right now. Mike, what do you like at half right now? Should we jump more in on Marquette, you think? Because we can get them at -0.5 now on the spread.
Real quick, also Battle is in for Arkansas. I mean, he's at a belt ankle.
He's in
that
today.
was
Today's his first game back.
Yeah, he's gonna play.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean it's solid guy with points, 15 points a game.
Yeah.
No, I mean I got
like
my North
Arkansas a
Carolina
lot.
first half. I took that. I'll take that W. I'll celebrate that one. I jumped in on that South Carolina plus 8.5, so I got that in play. You know where I'm at with Marquette. I'm not going to try to, jump in the quicksand.
Yeah, I was going to
I
tell
got
you,
that-
South Carolina's looking good. They're up 30-28 right now at half, so they came back from that deficit.
That fucking money line was like plus 250.
Damn, Mike.
I took Wright State over and the Bryant spots over here for the 1 o'clock window. So big numbers, but I think they're big numbers for a reason. And that brings me to the 2 o'clock window. So I'm not going to try to chase that Marquette game. Marquette's one of those teams where they either have it or they don't, and it seems like right now they're going to struggle to have it. So I don't want to try to play the guess the right number spot with Marquette. Hopefully they get it done, but I don't like
Also
the fact that it
playing-
dropped at the end there. It went from 5 to 4.5. That's a scary sign for me when it comes to live betting.
Also playing at 2:00 p.m. TikTok's biggest superstar, Otto Lantrum of Boston University, is tipping off. They're 6.5 point favorites. Have you seen any clip on social media of the dude dancing saying, "Hi, Mom"? and it's like the Jamaican little beat background. That is Autumn Lantrum, TikTok's biggest superstar from Boston University.
I don't know what you.
Is he like the
everything you
biggest
said
TikTok
almost sounded
superstar
like
in
a
his region?
No bullshit, Connor. If you go on TikTok right now and scroll through like the first 15 to 20 videos, there's somebody looping his the video got so big, bro, he got an NIL deal off of it.
Oh, really?
So this game, I would ask what everyone thinks, but I know Billy's got Clemson full game, so he's already in. He wouldn't want to take a halftime bet. We got 34-34. And you feel on the total here, I think we see more points. It slowed down a little bit there at spots. North Carolina got a little cold at spots. But
We'll get more points in the second half, more fouls and shit, you know?
Yep. I agree. I think points would be the way to go here in the second half. You know, I'm biased towards North Carolina just because they've made me money for the most part when I bet on them this year. But I'm not going to go heads up against Billy, especially since I already cashed on it. So I'm just going to root for him and Clemson here. And I think if I'm being honest, Clemson played the better first half of basketball. There's no question about that. They just didn't make any of their shots on the outside.
You don't know me, Nunya. You're dead wrong, my homie.
None yet. Shout out to my guy though.
I don't even know what
Yeah,
that means.
but don't give. Yeah, I know.
Calls
He doesn't
cap
know me.
on everyone. I don't even get it. I don't speak that good of English sometimes. Like Jose, I'll say it's my second language. My fucking dog, man. Let me go shut this thing up. My bad, guys. I'd agree with CMAC though, points. So if anybody's looking just specifically to live bet this game, I would just take points at this point. Look to the over, either live or second half. I'm personally not going to jump in though. I've got action sweating off right now. My nuts are sweating. So
Yep. Big card today, man. It's tough when you start, so many games. It's like, how do you decide if you want to jump back in on something here? I feel like I got my cash on this one. Let's see what's next on the window for us here.
I don't know what he's talking about, but believe what you want.
Nuh-uh. Yeah, I don't know. Let me bounce out and try to come back in here and see if I can fix it.
Were you freezing up? Yeah, you're a little fucked. You're on mute.
shit, man. This shit has me stressing, bro. These fucking last shot fucking stuff, man. Looks like fucking Florida's up by 1 right now with 6 minutes on the clock here. And I have Kentucky first half +2. So right now that's fucking nut sweat time.
Dude, this is how it goes. You know how it goes.
It's hard to be live while I'm sweating the bets, though. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy it. I love being up here with you guys. Fuck you. I'm that heat. He said cab, you cabbed. I don't like that. Don't coin that term. That is not what we call when people mute their mics cabbed. That's funny. I've only done it like 4 times today, though. So
Yeah, you're on. The under's good for now.
I know.
I would set the line at like 7.5.
7. Well, it's a long show, and
Sure, you're all right.
so let's see. We got 7 rebounds right now at half for Baycott. So nothing is for sure. But if he can't pull down 3 rebounds in the second,
He doesn't get 3 boards.
then fuck him.
We got a problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Especially
Motherfucker.
considering he has a total of 0 personal fouls right now.
I know. That's was the best thing is he didn't even have a foul there. So
Seems better.
So I was going to say, and I didn't even want to say it because there's no point because I like the bet. But when you bet it, my thought was the only way he doesn't get this is if he fouls out. That's literally what I thought.
Mike, I'll let you hit it first. Thought on the Panthers, Avs.
Honestly, I've been looking at this early.
I can't go against the Panthers. I mean,
they're just
Avalanche.
And look what they did. Look what they did the other day, right? They're minus 110 on the road. It's kind of like everyone thinks it's a trappy spot and the vacation travel. And they come out there and they absolutely plastered them.
Slap Vegas. Yeah.
Literally. I mean, it was like, what was the final? 5-1, 4-1 or 5-1, I think was the final score out there. Not only did they shut them down on offense, but they were outstanding on defense, but they were outstanding on offense. So the line opens up. I'm not a big line watcher when it comes to this kind of stuff, but interesting enough that 95% of the cash is on the Avalanche, and the line dropped from minus 160 to minus 125. So one thing I will say is, excuse me, the number one second period over team at home is Colorado Avalanche in the NHL. So that's a live bet spot, I think, for that game. I've been starting. This is probably what slowed my computer down as I was starting to dig into some of these trends. I kind of like this Flyers game under against the Flames, but they just had a miss there the other day against Columbus, so I'm a little scared about that one. But big spot alert is this Buffalo Sabres Penguins game. So I know I've said it a couple times. I'll keep saying it. 7 p.m. Buffalo Sabres spot. Should be an opportunity to rock and roll tonight. So, but I'll keep digging.
Dig it. The Avs just have been giving up goals too. They're just not right now. Kind of like Vegas, I think, a little bit.
Yeah,
they're kind of team waiting. Maybe needs the break or just to they're just middle of the year type shit. They just haven't been playing their best hockey.
They're also one of those teams that's kind of built for the longer run, so they're not so concerned about the day to day as much as they are the bigger picture. Colorado, and so they're not going to get down on themselves because they take a couple of bad beats there. But man, Colorado in that Dallas game, like the other day was a Thursday for me for hockey, was one of those days where I had like three. I'm not a big guy to talk about bad beats. A loss is a loss, but my God, that fucking Dallas Stars are up on that team 4-2. First period goes over, cash that, protect that box. The full game goes over. And that amazing play there by Colorado at the very end, they pull their goalie with like 3.5 minutes left. Not only do they not get scored on, but with a minute and a half left, they punch one in and then they come right back in overtime and they end up beating Dallas again. And even though Ottinger's out for Dallas has been playing pretty well. Wedgwood was in there. Wedgwood's a pretty more than serviceable backup goalie. And Colorado still fought through to get the win. So I would almost think second period over. And if Colorado falls behind, I would almost live bet them. That's kind of the way I would attack that game. Which I know isn't a lot of fun for a pregame side. I love to have the pregame action on it, but goddamn, there's like 2,000 games today.
Yeah,
but you're right, Florida Panthers. I mean, I can go both ways on it. It's tough with Florida Panthers being a tough team right now. They look so good the other night, and Bobrovsky, who's in goal? Do you know who's in goal for those?
No, I'll look.
Yeah, Gorgiev versus Bobrovsky again. It's unconfirmed. 4:00 start, but should be a good game.
Florida just is on a huge run right now. I'm gonna put a unit on it. Fuck it. I'm gonna bet Kentucky at plus 9.5 full game right now.
Yeah, on that heat, absolutely. The Stars and the Kings, and then Boston is the other team that came back from behind, getting beat up by Pittsburgh, only to lose the game again overall. So. It was a tough Thursday. It was like, I'm not one of those guys. We talked about this before. I would make the play again. Well, if it's a loser, it'd be crazy to make the play again. But it seemed like those were some spots.
Hey, I told it was the two bad losses were I thought the Wichita, but I said if I got that line, it goes over by a point, and then the Louisiana, the whole game they're covering, and I mean it's just like don't do anything right in the last 2 minutes. I mean, it basically was a tight game or a 2-point game, 3-point game, and they lose by 7. That's gonna happen though. College basketball, it's just gonna fucking happen. And I've been getting all the things in the NBA. I finally lost 14-15. I had the Rockets last night. I went 1-1, but I've been catching all the breaks. It seemed like in all my NBA bets.
That's kind of when I was as angry as I was about what happened there in the NHL. I kind of thought about the same thing. Like, caught plenty of. I had a nice little run of overtimes and shootouts that went my way. So usually that used to be the kiss of death, but Ricky
The worst
Levine,
is
our
if you're
guys.
losing those.
Hockey. Yeah, I was losing those, and they started winning for me. So it's the law of averages, right? They're going to go both ways, but shit happens.
Good pass, shithead. This game is kicked back up. Clemson scored the first bucket of the half. They're up 36-34 now. 18-20 on the clock, at least where I got it. Clemson has the ball. PJ Hall's backing down Baycott. Takes a little reverse shot. Not a good shot, but they do get the rebound and put up a three, which they missed that also. But they get another rebound. Hunter gets the ball down low, puts it back up. 3 offensive rebounds there to make it 38-34.
Nice job, Patrick Burns, catching the Magic plus 450. Woo!
I'll say it again. I took that plus 9.5 live just now.
Kentucky?
Yeah, they're getting shit
Are they
stomped.
getting their ass busted?
Yeah, Florida's on like a 12-2 run or something like that right now. I don't have that in front of me. I assume that's about what it is. Yeah, 1, 2, 4, 7, 9, 12. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Pretty damn good. 12-2 run for Florida.
And what that game's on CBS?
No, I think it's just on ESPN, regular ESPN. I had first half, but I'm obviously dead in the water there. But I'm not going to let that stop me from. I think 9.5. I think Florida can win it, but I still think it's close.
St. John's 12-3 in the Nova game.
Oh wow,
Man, Nova was on such a run, and then just
Dude, they don't have Justin Moore. How are they winning games?
Yeah, no more.
big.
I don't want them right now.
they're still the same team they were last year, though, right? Like, not quite, but they still kind of seem like they have that ability to lose to anyone at any time.
I was on that heat says High Point versus Gardner Webb. I was gonna bet High Point, and like I run like this model thing. I plug in the teams that I think are gonna plug in the model thing, and it spits out my little parlays that I need. And High Point was on one of them. And I actually looked into the game, and the more I looked into that game, I was thinking, oh shit, Gardner Webb is kind of like on a crazy, like their form is really good right now. They won, I think it's like they covered like 7 straight or won 7 straight, whatever it was. I ain't end up betting High Point after reading that shit. But
I like that look to Sean G. I made some High Point cash the other day. High Point was a nice little casher. It's a nice little program. Sneaky.
They're
little,
good.
Yeah,
They're good. Do you want them today though? Like
No.
Billy, you're just saying I don't.
yeah.
No,
Gardner Webb.
I first look when I saw High Point playing, I wanted to bet High Point and parlay him, and then I actually looked into the game, and holy shit, Gardner Webb is playing some good basketball right now. It's like sometimes, like when you're betting college basketball, are you betting for like the cigar upside of like we're betting this game and we're not sweating, or you betting the game and you already know that you're gonna sweat? Like this Clemson game, I knew before I was sweating placing the bet.
That's a tough. It's tough business. It's tough business. That's why
Like
I
I
get a bunch
knew
of
I
them
was
there.
getting myself into.
Get so many of them out there that I can't possibly think about one because I don't even know what the hell I'm on. That's the way to do it, boys.
Nah, but as I learned from last Saturday's card, you need to start off with the first game of the day as a W, because if you don't,
Yeah.
it's like you're just climbing out of a hole the whole entire weekend. Like last weekend, I had Virginia on way too many tickets, and they lost to Notre Dame. And it just felt like I was climbing out. It couldn't matter if I won every game for the fucking weekend. It didn't really matter. Like it was just that first one of the day. It was just that was a rough stinking.
I've taken a couple big L's to start the day off, and then I feel like I'm losing all day. And then by the time I get to the end of the night, I'm like, wow, I actually did pretty well.
It's mad annoying. I don't like gambling like that.
Big 3, 39-38. Carolina, 16 minutes. Where are you at, Billy? Am I behind? Where you at, Cam?
I just see
You're
that.
a little ahead of me. I'm about to see the 3 right now.
15. I'm at 1547, 46.
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna take this live
I
bet.
know.
Yo, he got fouled in the shot too. They didn't call it.
They got 9 boards. We get one more. Cash this shit. Let's go. Armando,
There we
12th
go.
year senior.
Do you blame him though? Do you think he's going to be an NBA guy?
No, I mean I loved it. I was like, stay as long as you want, bud.
Yeah,
And then you get the extra years. Now he has the money in COVID, and you get a red shirt of course. I mean, they get like 3 extra now.
so,
I'm taking the Calgary Flames resisting it all. Calgary Flames.
Flames were red hot.
Yeah. Playing a Flyers team. I know Carter Hart's in goal, but I just kind of came across some good numbers here for the Flames tonight. You got an away team that's an unrested team. Or I'm sorry, first game of their back-to-back with no rest off a win. 78-31 in the NHL. 78-31. Away team, first end of a back-to-back with no rest off a win. And the Flyers coming off that kind of heartbreaking loss there. Overtime.
A lot of over-love in that game, Mike. I would still take the under, but I didn't.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I mean, 63-45 to the over in that same spot, but I'm with you. I think that just kind of has an under feel to it. It's like that Winnipeg Jets last night. Like,
Jets have been money to the under. Just money lately.
And then they're playing the Ducks, who just don't score anyways. And it's like, here's a perfect.
And they had their chances.
Right.
The Ducks kind of outshot. I think they had 38. Couldn't get nothing after that quick goal.
They're just in that slump where they can't find a way to get the puck in the net. So, I think that was a spot. And I think this Flyers Flames is a similar situation here. You got strong goaltending in both sides of it. And it's an early game, which to me tends to lead to the unders anyways. And there you go. Caddy Daddy says it. Early afternoon games tend to go under unless they go way the hell over. But usually we see that tighter process. And I don't know. I like the Flames. I took the Flames. See if we can't go get ourselves a little double spot here with these. I should have taken. Why didn't one of you guys tell me to take that South Carolina money line? God damn it.
Dabby Cab told you to.
No, the South Carolina.
He said I'm taking South Carolina like plus 9.5 or something like that.
That was I took him on the 8.5, but I should have gone with the money line. Hindsight's 20/20. Let's just get the win.
Florida's up 45-37. I don't
Fuck
know.
yeah. Buy shirt engaged.
I don't want to go back in at all.
Sorry, Debbie.
That game.
Right. Sorry on what?
Nothing.
Florida. I mean, I took 9.5 live. Kentucky didn't. I lost my first half bet, but I went in with the whole unit on the 9.5 live. So they went into half. They're down 8 at half. So
this TV timeout's been fucking forever, man.
I know.
This feels like that shit felt like a March Madness TV timeout.
Not good, man. I got Baylor coming up against Oklahoma State. I did take the Bears. I got them at -5 yesterday or last night.
I was nervous about that one. Oklahoma State.
What time's that game?
I think 1:15 my time. Let me double check that. So like 2:15 would be Eastern. Let me look though. No, that's the Miami Wake Forest game. When is the Baylor game?
Yeah, I think it's later, right off the foot.
Yeah, it's at like 3, right?
Yeah, it's at noon. I think my time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So 2:00 my time, 3:00 Eastern.
God, man.
That's crazy. That's noon your time. It's not noon yet.
It's almost dinner time out here.
Right.
These Saturday slates are brutal.
This game's gonna come down to the wire here, man.
I keep on doing it. But I'm about to just.
Carolina makes a run. I'm gonna hit Clemson.
See, I hate because I want to root for Billy, or else I think I would have probably taken North Carolina here. But I'd rather root for Billy, and Clemson was -140, and I didn't really want to pay for that. So yeah, I'll agree.
No, that's what I'm saying. If Carolina can score, Clemson's plus 1.5. Baycott board, was that him? No.
You're ahead of me.
Damn, he just got swatted. Cormac, no.
That Arkansas game, man, I'm really considering adding Arkansas to my card.
Yeah, the more you guys talk about it, the more I've been looking at it. I kind of like that little spot there.
Yeah, if I could get 3.5, 4 decent juice, I'll hit Clemson. So if we can get a few more.
Let me sign it.
Carolina here.
We all know with college basketball, it's not like over until it's over, but Marquette's about there. They're down 10 now in the second half.
I don't know why y'all keep on fucking with Seton Hall, man. That team is good this year, man. They got what do they call it? The procedural center. That shit is bumping this year. I saw what the tickets were to go to a Seton.
Marquette needs to
You got me
score some
fucked up.
points right now and make it a game. If they make it a game now, then they still have a chance, but they're pretty much out of time.
Damn.
Here's one I can't win either side I play. Providence and Creighton. Doesn't matter which side I play on that one. It's going to be I'm going to take an L.
You think so?
Providence is a good team.
It
What is
doesn't
it,
matter.
10? What is the line, 10?
It's 11.5 now. Providence taking that whooping the other day by Billy's boys there, right? Seton. And was it Seton Hall they took the whooping on?
Yes.
Yeah.
They just don't got big guys. Like Providence, good team. No big guys.
But that number is so high now, it feels like Creighton should just beat the shit out of them. So, but Providence could very capably come back. So I don't want to shit talk with Nasty Nate lurking out there coming at me. I don't need that. I don't need that trouble.
Oh, they fighting in this game.
Are they? Man, I hate being behind.
Show some energy, man. Show some energy. Get the
hate
crowd
being
involved. Come on,
Oh,
boys.
okay. Not technical
He
fighting.
is.
Just fighting like
Like I said, I'm not going against him, Nasty Nate. I'm going to leave him alone.
Nate would never say anything else though about one of his teams.
Hey, getting into it. I love to fucking see it, man.
Patrick Burns says Hopkins Providence guard just blew his knee out. Yeah, that was tough to see the other night.
Nobody else had any thoughts on the Baylor-Oklahoma State game?
Oklahoma State always plays Baylor tough, but I think Baylor wins. Like if you look at like here, let me pull it up for you. The head-to-heads between them two are like really weird.
Yeah, Big 12 play has always been a very tough conference to play basketball in.
I think Baylor wins though. I didn't love it. I really like Kansas State. Actually, where's this at? I had Kansas State against UCF, but as I was capping the games, the line moved from like 4.5.
Huge three-pointer there for Clemson for you. Clemson takes a lead finally again in the second half, 41-39. I know I'm behind, so it could have changed, but that's the last thing I saw. Big three.
My favorite bet of the day, though,
Response.
is San Diego State over UNLV. That's my favorite bet of the day. They've fucking smacked them head-to-head ATS-wise, and San Diego State's been rolling 7-1 straight up over the last 8 games, and the way the numbers were breaking down, San Diego State's about to smack them.
I tell you what.
Your little CMAC commentary on that one, because I know UNLV's right in his backyard, but San Diego State's going in.
I tell you what. Go ahead.
No, rip it.
Well, I was going back to the other one. I was just going to say Oklahoma State, though. I know they played well at home this season, 7-2, but they lost to Creighton. And the few times they've seen really high-powered offenses this year, they've just lost by they lost by 12 points to that game to Creighton at home this year. I think
Baylor wins.
they're Yeah, I don't think that Oklahoma State's going to be able to keep up with the firepower. That's my thoughts on that one. Oklahoma State's ranked 238th in the country in turnovers per game too. That's going to be a Baylor
My
doesn't waste.
hesitancy is
Oh.
like what Justin McElvey said though. Betting 5.5 in conference road chalk is just but that is a number that I'm losing on a lot this year.
I mean, if it was any more, people, I don't know. Yeah, I get it.
But Baylor should, like, if you look at the game, Baylor should smack them by at least 8 or 9. Like, at the end of the game, if it even was close, the free throws would help them out. So I ain't betting Oklahoma State. I'll tell you that much. Joseph Girard should have just left that one for shreds. That was just like a donation back for like half of the profits. I feel like dude goes 1 for 7. It's got 5 points all from the free throw line. Noli says Creighton under 141. I would bet the over in that game, to be honest with you. I feel like the books are over adjusting for the injuries of Providence. It's like,
man, you talk about a team that they can't adjust the injury factor for. Fucking last night with that Purdue Illinois game, even though he's out, Illinois still battling. I mean, that's
to be honest with you, that was the theme of the day yesterday. Yesterday's card was a bullshit card. Like a lot of like backdoor covers throughout the whole entire up and down. Like Purdue was up by like 20 something, and they let the backdoor cover that line. That's crazy.
They smoked that over though. I mean, it was one. They dropped it 6 points from the original opening number by tip off, and it still cranked over that original number. Again, the overreaction factor. They just don't know what to do with the
golden rule with Purdue is you always bet them first half. Like, I don't know what it is about them, but definitely a first half team. Zach Edey's got to start eating more Wheaties. Let's go. I can't quadruple down.
No, stop.
Bro, just let that shit go, man. I'm telling you.
Marquette's one of those teams that's quicksand. I jump in and I just can't stop sinking. Maybe they go on a run. We'll hope for a run for you.
The time to bet Marquette was during that Maui Invitational thing during Thanksgiving week.
Listen,
some tickets.
Listen, I like to be as negative about my bets as the next guy. Okay, Marquette's dead. You hear it here first. But let me tell you something. When I had Texas first half against Marquette and Texas was up by like 7 points the entire fucking half, and then I blinked my eyes in 2.5 minutes and Marquette was up 42-28 at the end of the half, I realized this team, again, the bet's dead, but this team has the ability to go bam like that and score points. Just keep that in mind.
I feel like the market hasn't adjusted for like Seton Hall being good this year. Like if you actually look at their games, like it just feels nice because we bet against them in that USC game. I think it was like during Thanksgiving week. I think me and Dabby Cat were talking about it on Twitter. We ended up betting like USC like first half. So like other than that, Seton Hall is a hard team because for me to bet on a Seton Hall game, I have to do a lot of ancillary bullshit because I live in the state of New Jersey.
Yeah,
so I would have to bet on an offshore book, or I'd have to call somebody to place the bet for me, or call my girlfriend or something like that to place the bet for me. And like if that week that Thanksgiving week, I just happened to be out of the state of New Jersey, and they end up flying to San Diego to play USC in some like random tournament. So it just ended up being a good spot. But other than that, Princeton's the only team I'll really go out of my way to like. If there's a good Princeton spot, like now the lines are nutty, but like if there's some good Princeton spots, like I've definitely have gone out of my way to go on an offshore book to go bet Princeton.
Dude, we were just talking about that on Tuesday, Billy. I remember saying like somebody asked us about Syracuse, and I was like, for me to get involved in a Syracuse game, there's a lot of fucking hoops to jump through. I got to really
love it.
And I got to call the locals, and I just don't want to talk to the locals. I don't want to hear about anything. I don't want to.
It's like you got to really love it. It's got to be like March Madness or like conference tournament like season or something like that for me to be getting involved in an in-state game.
When I ask for the up limit on the locals, next thing I hear is why. What do you like about it? And it's like, I want to tell you my fucking yes or no, motherfucker. Do you want me to take it or not?
Because now you're about to change the line.
Yeah. He's, well, I'll give it to you. And he'll change it to me on the fly. Well, I'll give it to you at this. I'm like, oh fuck, dude. I don't want to negotiate with you. I just want to make my bet.
Man, we got over 100 people still rocking with us, and it's growing.
Oh yeah,
man.
we're winning, Daddy. That's why they're rocking with us.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, play defense here, man. This is a sweaty one.
I was about to imitate that. What's that one dude? I'd be like, I'm 420 Dab, and I'm rocking with y'all because y'all rocking with me.
There he is.
No,
Here we go. Do we get a little Runsky? Out of the old Marquette? Let's go.
Shut up. Don't talk about it. I don't want to hear anything.
Dabby killed it. I picked this ticket up off the ground and put it in my pocket because it's not over yet.
You heard my words very clearly, didn't you?
Great analogy. Yeah, that's a great analogy, dude. It's like, if you guys are in the sports book, like, nah, man, I'm keeping that ticket for you.
Bro, you heard what I said, though, right? You heard everything I said because I'm not saying it again.
We're rocking with you because you're rocking with us. What? Was that what it was? No?
That's about it. You got that. You got that.
I got you.
Speaking of, how about Clemson's got the
coming
ball
out
here?
Come on, boys.
Clemson's got Billy's ahead of me, so he's 11 minutes on the clock, 10:57. It's going. They are down 41-42, but they look like, was there a foul called?
Yeah, over the back.
Oh. See, I don't have a good view of both here.
There was one game the other day.
Almost got 3, man.
We were doing it. I forgot what day. Maybe it was Wednesday. Maybe it was probably it was Thursday, as a matter of fact. The shit hockey day. And I had the under in the Boston game. And I think the score was 3-2 in the first period. And everybody in the chat just kept update. And I was trying not to look because obviously I'm sitting there with this under. And every time it was 3-2. I was like, man, this fucking right before the show ended, I was like, well, that bet's dead. That one was dead though.
Hockey's the number one sport that you think a bet's dead, and that shit ends up coming back to life, down 3-0 in the first period.
I'll tell you, when a team's down 2 goals going into the third period, it's a great spot to take the team that's down. And when they're tied, I know Jimmy says this one too, when they're tied 2-2 in a divisional game, it's a great time to take the live under because those divisional teams play each other tough.
I was going to say, man, what this game is really coming down to right now is Clemson's giving great energy and effort, but they're just not hitting shots. Like, straight up.
Good little shot down low right there for him to make it a 2-point game again.
Manya likes a little green wave spot today.
If you would have told me that Clemson was going to be 1 for 9 from the 3-point line, I wouldn't have bet him.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I don't know.
You like to think they could.
You think that number's due to regress, but it might not be, bro.
Yeah, I've been thinking it was one of the you being on Clemson wasn't the only reason I didn't bet him. I was thinking exactly that also.
South Carolina.
Like part of the reason I didn't take North Carolina is because I figured that Clemson would shoot a little better second half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
South Carolina has pulled the paddle out and put it firmly on the ass of Mississippi right now. So let's go. Let's keep it going.
Like, I can't emphasize enough of, like, Clemson's not hitting shots. Like, if they hit, like, 1 or 2 shots, this would be a 6-point Clemson game. The energy level and effort is great. Connor, I think you're muted.
Thanks. Baycott got the board.
There you go, C-Mac. We still got.
I want this dude to make some free throws here for Carolina. He just missed it. Did he just make the second?
Well, I was going to say, do we still got our invisible?
He missed both.
Producer.
Fuck.
C-Mac once again cashes his props. C-Mac, since we started doing these shows, I wish I had the overall count for including college football, the props you give out, because the record would be fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, we've just killed it, you know, both
Yeah.
football and even basketball so far.
I appreciate the we, but you've pretty much done all the prop work.
Well, some of these games I don't have a bet, and it gets you to dig into it a little bit, you know, more. And sometimes I just want some action too. Not all the time, but
if we're gonna be here, it definitely.
yeah, if we're gonna be here, and I like the bet, yeah, maybe on it. Shit, they just could have went up by 4. Now it's a 1-point game. That was right where I wanted to come in. Clemson 3.5. It still isn't going to 3.5. Fuck. I really want 4, but here's a 3. Bang. Okay. Carolina 51-47. 8 minutes left.
That's the difference between the game right now, man.
Yeah. Clemson can't hit nothing. They're a 3-point shooting team.
That's the wildest part. They're a 3-point shooting team, and that all their shots have been like second chance points or layups, like backdoor reverse side switches.
They're in it though.
They're in it though, man. But fuck, man, this is
Yeah, they haven't moved out to 2.5. It's just less Jews.
the books don't want to take Clemson money.
Yeah, well, they don't want it to get to 4.
They don't want people to middle it.
Yeah, there's a dunk. Fuck.
Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I just saw getting some love from Nunya said, Dabby, C-Mac, and Bono, best college basketball cappers, and Billy, and our guy Mike, man, and you, Nunya. I've watched you post your bets too, and they're not tails; they're your own bets. You do a good job too, man. Shout out to you. Big 2 points right there for Clemson. They need to keep this here right now. They can't let this grow for UNC. C-Mac, has too much time passed, or are you still?
They have bad foul trouble right now. So now it's kind of changed the dynamic where
3
kind of just
miss. Here we go. If they can score here, Clemson's 4.5. It's -133. This is on Bet Online. That's where I'm watching the game.
I got 4.5 at +100 on FanDuel.
Wow.
You would take it?
I would.
I got
yeah,
my money line
Clemson.
already.
Yeah, I mean, I would. If I have that, I'd take it. 4.5. It's a 4 fucking point game. They're at fucking home. Like, right? Come on here. What the fuck? Come on.
I'm a little bit nervous,
Gentlemen,
man.
wake up. I know they haven't hit shit.
Like, that's the nervous part of this. Like, bro, they haven't found the back of the rim on any of these shots. It's kind of weird now. They're, can I pull this up? 1 for 16 from the 3-point line.
Ouch.
Like, bro, you hit 1 or 2 more shots, this would be a 6-point game. I don't. I think that they should shoot better, but I don't know if they do.
Speaking of horrible, man, Marquette just doesn't have it in them today, man. Every time they get this game close, they let fucking
shit team.
I got to make it
all pull away. Very frustrating.
What do I do here?
Big East is like that a lot for me.
Yeah, fuck the Big East, bro. I don't even like betting that. I'm cool with betting Big East teams like outside of conference. But fuck betting.
Yeah, when they're in conference, it's literally you're better off just flipping a coin and seeing what.
Yeah, fuck it, bro. I'm not gonna do it anymore.
Yeah, that is crazy. +4.5 on ESPN bets -120.
I'm looking between the books right now on the live game for this Clemson UNC game because that +100 line does +4.5 -105 on Bet 365. And then let me check points bet.
You know what I'll be mad about is if Kentucky finds a way to win this and we didn't look at that live line. I'll be happy because I do have money on Kentucky money line, but I also took that 9.5. I didn't even look at the money line. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even look at the money line. I bet we could have got a fucking beautiful number. It's a 3-point game though. They are still losing, getting way ahead of that. I mean, a lot of basketball left. But that, I mean, God, I don't even want to think what that was. That's probably at least over 300, right? At +9.5. What do you guys think that would have been?
It was plus. What did I say? +225 for South Carolina at +8.5. So, just as an index, I guess maybe +260, 275, something like that, probably.
Okay, I should have fucking looked. Oh well, I'll take what I can get.
Man, this is not a comfortable sweat, but I gotta do it.
Oh
my God.
Mel. God damn it,
Pray
Mel.
to the betting gods here.
Shout out to Mel. But no, I'm on the other side.
And all the members, man. The $4.99 a month membership means the world to everybody at Pub. You know, it's just one dude that runs the whole thing. Shout out to OG Slaughter. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be up here, man.
This is a fucking sweat, dude. My head is bottling. I just smoked a full blunt, and the highness is gone immediately.
Bro, I said that earlier, bro. Before you got on here, Billy, I was like, I could put as much like concentrate or whatever the crazy shit you can think about in my joint, but if I smoke and then I sweat a college basketball game, I don't even feel it. Like it's gone immediately.
So some guys had asked me earlier, and then Mel in the chat as well, about that Colorado spot. I know C-Mac and I talked a little bit about it, and we're kind of inconclusive about that. Florida's definitely been playing hard. It's a 4 p.m. start Eastern, and I came across a little spot there that kind of swayed me. It was essentially coin flippy. The numbers come down a shit ton from the original spot, and you got 4 teams that are home teams off a win: Minnesota, Edmonton, Arizona, and the Colorado Avalanche. They're 31-8, those 4 teams, when they're playing at home off a win tonight. So numbers come down substantially. We have Gorgiev in goal, as well as Bobrovsky. Should be a lower scoring game. I'm going to go with the Avs. Shout out to Nunya, gifting a Pub Sports Radio membership, helping us grow the enterprise. One membership at a time. Our guy Nunya in there, rocking and rolling with us. Shout out to you, Nunya. Renewing the membership, gifting a membership. You know, that's the old play right there. Renew one and gift one. That's a guy lead by example. Thank you, Nunya. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for dropping in. Always dropping in on all the shows, sharing looks, giving feedback. Love to see it, my guy. Thank you.
Don't beat yourself up literally, man. But fuck
Come on, man.
Oh, man.
Play some defense.
Every time they get close, they fucking pull their pants down and turn around and bend over, open their asshole up.
What kind of stream is this?
The Marquette Brown Eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, dude.
I don't know. Your boots on the ground out there, too, so I respect what you have to say.
Oh, and one for Baycott. Man.
He tried to do the old pull the chair move, but that doesn't work in college basketball anymore.
Right. Especially with, 518 C-Mac. There's the run. Would you take it live right now or no?
Yeah, it's just been bouncing here. I just wanted a good number.
My only problem
is 4.5. It's 3.5 now. Minus 110, 58-55.
They've been shooting so fucking bad.
So bad, bro. All their shots have been.
But I think if you got a 4.5, you're good. I mean, there was even a 5.5 with a bunch of Jews.
They're playing with heart, though, man. Like the heart and energy and energy level is like fucking amazing. It's just they got to hit some shots.
There we go. Good block.
Yeah, there's points. 3-point game here, 4 minutes 58.
Oh, he missed the layup.
The bunny?
They call a foul there? Ooh, that was a late whistle.
I mean, he did shove him, though.
And I feel like you guys have talked about Arkansas and that Penn spot so much, I got to take it just because I'm going to be pissed if it.
You know what game we haven't talked about, which we still can here? This game's coming down the wire, so I'm going to focus on it. But did they just call a foul there? There you go, Billy, going to the line, down 3.
Kansas, TCU?
No, I was going to say Miami, Wake Forest.
I got to keep taking Miami until they do me dirty, and so far it's been a good spot.
They have done me dirty, but I also have bet this game for years.
I don't think Wake Forest is a better team. They're just at home.
Yeah, I took Miami plus 2.5 first half and Miami on the money line plus 150.
I'm not a big Wake Forest fan in general of anything. It's hard for me to be unbiased when I look at it through that lens too.
I liked betting on Wake Forest with Appleby for a couple of years.
Oh,
he was good, man.
He was nice.
On That Heat says he's on the over in the Miami and Wake Forest game. That's probably not a bad look. Patrick
60,
Burns, Miami's
55.
banged up. Love the over 158.5. Wake
I
is
think
cashed
Magic
more
Mac
overs
is good.
in a row.
I'm not sure if Poplar's playing or not.
I can get behind that now.
One in, man. Timeout call. They got hit a three, man. Straight up.
He's in, Cad.
They have to.
I think
He is?
he's in. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I saw it on Twitter, I think.
Love that.
They don't have to do it right now in this exact moment, but by the end of this game, bro, they have to hit a three. They're not going to beat North Carolina.
No option, bro. They have no option. You can't win a game making one fucking 3-pointer.
Yeah, like literally.
They need somebody to make one and then realize, oh yeah, that's how you shoot the fucking basketball,
yeah.
and then he needs to shoot it
Oh, yeah, we
again
can
and
do
another
this.
one. He needs to have that fucking wake up fucking feeling from hitting the bottom of the net.
Shout out to the people that bet the under in that game, though. Probably just chilling right now.
Let's look across the board at these.
Why they give me on FanDuel? They gave me a free odds boost, 3 leg same game parlay. Bro, that's just that. What can you 3 games same game parlay on a college basketball game? Like what?
A team total, a total, or a half and a side. Yeah, it's very difficult. I find the same thing, Billy. I'm always like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
That's difficult.
Yeah, like if it was NBA, I would understand the appeal of it, but like a college basketball 3 games same game parlay, bro, you won't even allow me to parlay the points with the team to win.
No. Me too, Mel. I'm a big fan of today's card.
It looks like Florida is up 3 right now, 54-51 on Kentucky. Kentucky just missed a pair of rebounds. It's not a good look there. Or a pair of free throws. Jesus Christ. Like,
it's going to get sweaty.
Fuck. Mike asked if it's too early to start drinking. Well, I mean, fuck. It's like 2 o'clock where Mike M's at, right? Where our guy Mike Money is.
It's too early for me. I start drinking now. I can't shut it off.
I don't need updates on Marquette. I already gave up on them, so don't fucking tell me about them. I don't want to hear it. Fuck them.
Salty cad.
Just let me do my thing, okay?
I hear you.
Shh. Resisting it all. I don't want to. A long ways to go. Need Kentucky, that live bet plus 9.5. I would like to get that. It'd be cool if they could come back and win the game also. But yeah, so I did take Miami. If Poplar's playing, that's a big piece for them. They look so bad against Colorado. I was real high on Miami, and I still am because they've looked good other than that for the most part this year. But God, they looked bad against Colorado. Maybe they just caught Colorado right at the wrong time there. I don't know.
This is a sweat, man.
Yeah, this is sweat, Billy. I'm rooting for you, bro. If you're ahead of me, you can call it. But if you don't want to, I got you.
I could start drinking right now, though. That does sound like a good idea.
Options.
Rushi, I see 3.5s and 4s. So I'm not sure what line Billy got, but those are the numbers that are out there.
Man.
Clemson's got 6 on the shot clock. Gonna have to get it up. Front of the rim. Baycott pulls down another. His rebound. I'm shocked his rebounds are set so low today.
Ramon Scott giving us some Harvard news. Guard Mack has mono. The old kissing virus probable today at Princeton.
By the way, I took the 15.5 with Harvard in that game. Just to throw it out there, since our guy Scott talked about it.
Yeah, that's why I meant earlier by saying like the Princeton numbers are just nutty nowadays. Like, bro, 15.5 like is
that was too much. I mean, Harvard was bad to start the year. I think they played better. I think that's just too many. These two
any
teams.
like rival
Rivalry,
head-to-head conference games, that's probably going to be with like.
I had to take it.
I might have a
Had to
sickness.
gobble.
It might have to do with the region that I live in, but I like betting the Ivy League schools. They're fun to bet on. Seems like they're
Yeah, I mean, especially I like that.
Well, it depends on who's there.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it
I
rotates
like
through
betting on
leagues.
games I have an advantage on.
Yeah.
I could win.
Maybe
I
that's why
like a
I
lot.
feel like maybe that's why I feel like I like it so much. I feel like I can really
the
see
last like two since the NIL deals, the Ivy League's gotten they've gotten real basketball prospects instead of like bullshit student athletes. Like Princeton had some dude that's playing overseas professionally somewhere in the EuroLeague right now.
I know you guys probably don't full degen out with college hockey, but the college hockey Ivy League gets real players. They've had real players for a long time.
Yeah.
They don't mess around. They got some guys that are international players. They go overseas after they graduate. They're playing a couple years of hockey and then they end up becoming doctors, and then vice versa. They got guys that go to the NHL. They're no joke.
Shout out to Markel, member for 10 months.
What up,
Appreciate
Markel?
it, my dude.
Just checking in what's popping. I'll be tailing you guys on March Madness in pub, but regular season I'm staying away.
What?
I can't fucking wait for Public lose a 3, man. All of
Red
us
Mob.
be there, as far as I know.
Did it first half and parlayed.
Res Mob's tailing Billy. Auto bet Miami and Houston first half last night. Mike likes Kentucky plus 400 there at the 51-59 mark. And then Director 97 in the house. Pimp slap. Do you think West Virginia plus 21 can cover? Not at all. Same win, but cover.
No, they got Edwards is not in the lineup for West Virginia. The 7'2" kid that played at Syracuse last year, he's not in there for West Virginia, and they look like complete dog shit without him.
There you have it.
I think that shit goes under. Like Houston, I don't know. West Virginia, if they had Edwards, that line wouldn't be 21.5. I'll tell you that. It was like, all right, you look at the game, you see it's 21.5. You do research on the injury news report, and you're like, oh, well, that's why the line's like that.
This is one I wish it was a few points higher, but just cashes all year until, they have a bad game. I take West Virginia's team total under 56.5. I mean, I bet it like 7 times this year. Some 6 and 7, 1. These teams, they just suffocate them. Houston, West Virginia can't score.
What was the deal? Why is Miami getting points in this game? Did you guys? You might have talked about it and I missed it. Is there an injury factor that's in there that I'm not aware of? Miami should.
Yeah, he's in Miami though. They're full to go. I take the points. Wake's good though. They play their best ball at home.
2:45 on the clock here. Clemson's got the ball down 5, 60-55.
Was that a Dabby Cabs first half special, or am I making that up?
What?
Miami?
Yeah, I'm on Miami first half.
I suspected that. I like it. I like that number.
We got our North Carolina first half. You were on it with me, so I'm glad you joined.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I got some Dabby Cab money to play with.
I'm fucking pissed Marquette's in Kentucky, but I need Kentucky to pull off this full game.
Here you go. Some more editorial from our guy Ramon Scott. Says Wake Forest, best starting 5 in the country. The bench, not so much. What up, Leonard? Says Billy and Mike, the FanDuel 50% boost is for a combination of the 3 game parlay, same game parlay, or same game plus. I didn't look into it enough, but yeah, some of them though have been same game parlays where you got it. And it's
wow, Hall just missed both free throws for Clemson. Ouch, they're done.
Thanks, Mike. Mike says Miami's a
What
dog.
are they doing, man?
Dogs are aliens.
It's like they just didn't want to win this game. That's crazy, man. You can't miss free throws in this situation. That's insanity. I mean, North Carolina only has 60 points right now. 62. Clemson's defense has played, but
C-Mac, what do you think about that Wisconsin-Nebraska game? Any thoughts on that little Big Ten shit show?
I'm off. Is Nebraska really for real? I still remember the Minnesota loss. And they've
Right.
gone on and had a couple road wins. They have the big win the other night. Wisconsin's better. I talk about it a lot. Big Ten home. It's pretty good. Both sides just was a wash.
See 54% of the bets, 66% of the cash on Wisconsin, yet the line's falling 2 points. That seems like the old stay away.
Yeah. Yeah, but I just didn't love Nebraska. Too,
Yeah.
Your guy,
I got to see more of them on the road. Do it on the road. I just got to see. They played well. So there's a ton of games I just couldn't get there in the end. I won Nebraska. Hunter missed jumper. This is
and
horrible.
time too. It's about run down.
They're 1 for 17 from 3. Shoot 37% for the game. Man. Ugly.
Crazy, man. Same thing for Marquette. They fell back down 10 after tying the game. They fell back.
Fuck Marquette.
Yeah, fuck them. That's what I said earlier. I already knew that, though. I need Baylor and I need Miami. Miami comes up next. I don't know why I thought Baylor's game was earlier, but
do you try to play games in accordance to the time slot they're in, or like have a game per slot, or do you have just where you like it, you like it? It's all at 12 and you're done, or doesn't matter?
I have no amount of money or bets that I'm looking to make or anything. I just go off of what I see and what I decide to put money on. I don't time slots, nothing. I just look at what I want to bet. I don't know how to explain it. I look at everything and decide what I want to bet. That's all. That's why sometimes it's when you're like, oh, 7 bets, like I will bet more. It looks like Kentucky's pulling it close, man. This game's going to come down to the wire too. I need Kentucky, man.
I try not to have too much going in one slot, so I get a little more picky about, I don't want to have 17 games going at 12 o'clock. I used to do that with college football, and back when I first started betting, and it was like, you're tough. The games you finally want to bet, you can't get to because you just don't have any bankroll left for it. So I try to keep it down to 1 or 2, 3 maybe per slot. Problem is, during the week's a different story. When everything starts at 7 p.m., that's a little bit more aggressive an approach, but I try to look at it that way. Doesn't mean I want to have 5 or 6 in the spot, but
I did notice that I had like a lot of earlier bets. Like I didn't have a lot of bets on the later games. There's some stuff that I like. I'm pulling it back up right now, so maybe we can talk it out. But I didn't bet anything later. I still don't understand how USC's laying numbers against anyone. That basketball team is so bad right now. They make me think of like LSU. We talked about Tennessee, and you think they're going to lay the wood today?
Yeah. Big and thick is, I think, the terminology I used.
And see, there's just not a lot I like. The Colorado-Arizona State game is interesting. Colorado's an interesting team for me. For me, that's just going to be a game I watch. I kind of like the idea of backing them off the loss, but I don't know. What do you guys think about that one?
I think C-Mac and I were fucking spot on with that game the other day with Oregon. Was it Oregon? I think it was Oregon, right?
Who? They're
Colorado? Yeah.
Arizona?
I'm sorry. It was Arizona. I mean, right down to the point range. The point range, what the other team was going to do, we were dialed in. But, Colorado, one of the thing about that game for Arizona was Arizona's top 10, statistically kind of across the board. And Colorado, very much a 3-point shooting team, but just couldn't get in the zone and get it done. And that's exactly what happened as they started falling behind because they shoot 3 so well. I think they have an opportunity to bounce back here, but shaky spot. I watched them lose to Colorado State on the road. They haven't played well on the road. And but this rebound spot here, this revenge spot, not revenge, but this get back right spot seems pretty good. But Colorado's on my fuck you list right now.
They got 15 boards.
C-Mac.
What?
I don't know if you saw what I saw.
No, what's up?
We'll wait. We'll just wait.
Wait it out.
Just wait it out.
All right. Works for me. What about Colorado State, Utah State, Mikey?
Ooh. Ooh,
Good game.
That is gonna be a good game. Oh man, that's a real.
Damn, there's another one.
There he is.
You're under. Still looking good.
That's what I was laughing about. You're fucking sitting there on mute, flapping your gums. I can see your jaw moving.
Queef.
Yeah, I don't know that I have an actual look on that game. I mean, I kind of Colorado State clearly, I can't keep living back on their Creighton spot there, but that was just such an amazing defensive shutdown spot on a big team. But at the same time, Utah State ain't no bitches either. I mean, they come out there and they ball. It's a tough. I guess I got to look at it a little bit more and dig into it a little bit. But what's your thoughts?
I had Colorado State the other night. I thought that was the spot. Only 3.5 versus New Mexico. Utah State's at home. Short.
I like Utah State when they're home. I'm not,
Mm-hmm.
I know they can play on the road too, but I like them so much more at home because of the factors that go into playing in a Utah spot there. But that's a tough
Should
one.
be a good game.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, I think Colorado State's a little bit better too, but I mean, it's showing in the line. This line's 1.5, right?
Right. Yeah, that's a tricky one.
Yeah, we're not getting 3.5, 3.5 with Colorado State.
I think Arizona handles Utah pretty comfortably.
Yeah, it's a big and Utah's another team on the road like Colorado. You just fade them. Look them. They lose to Arizona State, a team that's fucking awful at times. I know they've played a few good games at home. God, I had them against Northwestern. That was one of the most pathetic performances I've seen in a while that day.
So I got the number teed up here. It takes so long to cycle through with action with all these games going on. Oh, of course it just moves. Colorado State, Utah State line opens up at -1.5, and for the most part, there's not a lot of movement there. 84% of the bets and 95% of the cash on that Utah State spot. But then if you look down at the money line, it opens up -114, 59% of the bets, 89% of the cash on the Utah State money line. It has moved 12 cents in the Utah State direction. So it seems like the general consensus is Utah State's going to handle business against Colorado State. And I think that kind of goes along with our feelings there. It seems like they should be able to handle it at home. It's a short number. Clearly a short number is a tricky spot.
That was about as pathetic as you can get with Clemson. They didn't even score the last 3 minutes. 65-55 ball game, fellas. Awful. I'd like to say North Carolina's defense is a little bit better. I don't know. Lately, I still don't think they're great defensively, but a couple good games for them. 2 good wins on the road to start the year.
Muted again, man. Fuck. The end of the show.
You get muted so much. Are you
Wow, you're at 7, man.
don't
We're almost at the end of the show here. The hook.
I mean,
was there an over/under on it? I missed
It was
it.
7.5. He's at
35.
7.
I would have taken the over all day in that.
well, I'm not
Nah,
there
it was
yet.
on the under. He was short.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, the show's about over. So
I tell you what, man. We got 121 people rocking with us, man. Shout out to you guys. Ricky asked what I got on Miami. I got Miami first half plus 2.5. And I also sprinkled a little bit on that plus 150 money line. So I am on the Hurricanes there. I also got the Baylor Bears -5. So shout out to the Bears. Need them to get it done. This Arkansas game is tipping right now on my screen. I tell you what, I really do like Arkansas. I know our guy C-Mac is on Arkansas. I might join you live. Did you get to the window with Arkansas, Mike?
Yeah, I tailed them. Yeah. I've been hearing about Arkansas ever since my eyes opened up, so I had to take advantage of it. Can't not let that one come through here. Give us that cash, baby. And
The Baylor game's down to 4, too.
And I tailed Billy Briz with the first half Penn spot. So Penn's taking a nice little early lead at 4-0. So not too scared to tail my boys that are sharp as fuck to give us those winners.
Let's go, man. I need a good finish to the end of this day. So looks like Marqueef is going to be
Marquetti.
I think the game's over.
Marquette?
They're down 3. They might have a shot left, but I think it's, I don't know. My shit's not updating, so I don't
might
have it
start
on.
calling him Marquette the rest of the year.
Yeah, Marqueef.
Rod Z. Shout out to Team USA. Shout out to Team USA, Rod Z. Let's go, baby.
Last call, Mike. Tell everybody about last call. Who hasn't seen it yet?
Last call. Pub Sports Radio. Monday to Friday. We bring the boys in, bring the guests on, have a good time talking about line movement, trends, angles, injury consensus, speculation on the games, the sharp chat out there giving their plays. Our boys come on. C-Mac's gotten on there. Debbie Cav's been on there. And they kick ass and they take names, man. So 6 p.m. last call, Monday to Friday. Big cards that we go through. Usually get quite a few looks out there for everybody. And I know the chat's firing plays as well. So it's always a good time. And last place to catch all that last-minute information before you place your bets for the week. So lots of fun. Been enjoying it. Now we're over 50 shows deep. We're profitable. We're showing a nice profit. And keeping it going, man. Trying to keep it running here. We're getting down to the spot of the season where the analytics start helping. So, NBA kind of turning that Christmas corner. Lots of good analytics here. Second and third time through for teams are going to start opening up some opportunities. College basketball now in conference play. NHL's got some maturity behind the season. Should be a lot of fun to keep rolling here as we progress through the new year. Last call.
Hell yeah, man. I love the show. I love it. C-Mac, you got anything for anyone before we get up out of here, man?
Just shout out to the chat. Best goddamn chat in the goddamn game. Hands down. Say it all the time. It's a fact. Since the beginning. Someone just put in here. Who just put this in here? They like the Wild. Jay. Our guy just hit it there. Nut flush. Team total over 3.5. What was it? Plus 125. There you go. I think there's your look right there for that. But
Rod Z likes Nashville too. I didn't want to miss it. I said Rod Z likes Nashville. I could get down with that. So
I like that too. I wanted to hit on the Blues. He has the Blues team total over 2.5. It's got a little juice to it, but alrighty. Yeah, everyone. Zane, Mike, Rod Z, Leonard, Mike, Jay. Shout out to everyone. Real Deal Prime, The Grinder. Nutflush Allen, Ramon Scott, Robert Franklin is always up in here. Perky Pump Sanders, my guy. Swiss Horton, always good to see him in here. Nunya, dropping some memberships. All our guys in here, we appreciate you. We will see you next Saturday, baby. Take it away, Cat. Kill it.
Oh, yeah, we be fucking pumping, boys. We're out.
Where's the bang bang, Preston? Come on.
I can't breathe. Pub Sports Radio. Come find us in Southtown 101. Subscribe on YouTube and all platforms where podcasts are.